listening to my favorite rap song, and I just wanna sing along. Nigga, I feel like saying nigga today. Oh yeah, I feel like saying nigga tonight. Alright, but when I'm by myself driving in my car, I say nigga with a hard R. I don't care if you get your feelings hurt. Your reaction to the word is worse. I'm just trying to celebrate black art. Now please step away from my car, nigga. I feel like saying nigga today. Oh yeah, I feel like saying nigga tonight. Alright, but when I'm by myself driving in my car, I say nigga with a hard R. Oh, fuck yeah. I sing the N-word every time I hear it. Don't blame me, I didn't write the lyrics. I'm not a hater, I just love rap songs. Please just let me sing along, nigga. I feel like saying nigga today. Oh yeah, I feel like saying nigga tonight. Alright, but when I'm by myself driving in my car, I say nigga with a hard R. Oh, fuck yeah. I feel like saying nigga today. Oh yeah, I feel like saying nigga tonight. Alright, but when I'm by myself driving in my car, I say nigga with a hard R. Oh fuck yeah, I feel like saying nigga today. Oh yeah, I feel like saying nigga tonight. Alright, but when I'm by myself driving in my car, I say nigga with a hard R.
Yes, everyone. I'm Johnny Massacre, and it is my birthday. This is my live birthday stream. The internet is back. The age of memes is back. Political correctness and wokeness are on their deathbed, and I'm all here for it. And also, I believe I might have the N pass. Ajay in the comments.
Nuka Chronic says, Heyo Johnny, heyo chat. Ajay says, happy birthday Johnny, what a nigga song. Ajay says, what's up my nigga?
Do I have the pass, Ajay? Let me know. Do I have the pass? Do I have the pass?
Brad W says, happy American time birthday from Linda and myself. Victoria Rockwell says, hey now there's that wild fellow with the voice that smooth and mellow until the Pfeffermeister appears, then you'll wish you didn't have ears.
What's up, Victoria? Did you like the song? Thank you, Brad. Thanks for the happy birthday. So,
Ajay says, yes Johnny, you'll have a pass for your birthday.
what kind of pass do I have, Ajay? You have to make it clear. You have to make it clear.
Brad W says, Victoria says you have the N-word PSS.
No, but Victoria's white. What do you identify as, though?
Victoria Rockwell says, yeah I was jamming out when I came in lol.
Mate,
Victoria Rockwell says, wow thanks Brad.
What kind of pass do I have, Ajay? That's the question. That's a 64k question. I heard that song yesterday.
You have a pass to use the N-word for your birthday.
Thank you, Ajay. Thank you. No, I'm not going to use it. I never use it. Can't do that. But that song was I heard that on Instagram yesterday. It's the funniest thing. It's an amazing song. Like, the funk is so good. And someone told me it's all AI. If that's all AI, I mean, there's no need for a human to make music ever again. Like, the voice is so perfect. Maybe it has to be AI. AI is going to sing better than a human. It's so good. So we did the birthday stream before, but it was the day before my birthday. And then on my birthday, I was working. I was too tired to do it. So I'm back now. It's still my birthday, technically, somewhere in the world. Definitely. Let's ask AI.
Nuka Chronic says, you ever seen that interview with Samuel Jackson and a white guy talking about use of the N-word in Django Unchained? Hilarious interaction lol. Victoria Rockwell says, I think you can buy an N-word pass card from the Hodge twins and a white privilege one too.
Oh, right. So if it's 0023 in Japan the day after your birthday, that means it's 3:23 UTC the previous day. At this time, it's still your birthday in many places in the world. Here are some examples. No, it's the day after my birthday.
I'm beautiful nigga. Maybe if you got rid of that old yee ass haircut you got, you'd get some bitches on your dick. Brad W says, South Park Wheel of Fortune Naga scene is hilarious.
Is it still my birthday somewhere? Oh, William Kiesel. William Kiesel in the comments. Cheers, mate. Mate, low profile pilot. It's been a long time since William's been here. But anyways, it's my birthday because I say it is.
William Kessel says I've been lurking.
You've been lurking? What's the last one you watched, by the way? My mum said she's going to get me a video game for my birthday. What game should it be? Should it be Warhammer? If anyone wants to add to the birthday fund, you can on streamlabs.com/Johnny Massacre, patreon.com/Johnny Massacre, paypal.me/ give me a hell yeah. Pipe and Yellow donated $42 last night, but I missed it. And my mum let me know about that. So sorry for not shouting out your donation, Perp and Yellow. I'm going to shout you out now. Perp and Yellow has been here for a long ass time. OG Massacre mate. And he really helped us through the Sekiro game. That's how I got to know Perp. Definitely one of my favorite Massacre mates. There he is. Says happy birthday. Thank you so much.
Business says think Rumble isn't hooked up to the TTS. Nuka Chronic says, Space Marine 2 for the Emperor brother.
What do you mean Rumble's not hooked up? Oh, no, it's not. Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay, wait, Adam. Let's bring Adam into the mix. I feel like saying Johnny tonight. It's my motherfucking birthday, die. Da 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 da. Da da da. With a heart on. Is that song all AI? For real? Space Marine 2. Are we doing Space Marine? I think we actually are going to do Space Marine 2 right now, for real. Alright, Adam's in the chat now. Adam's in the chat. It's going to get naughty. It's going to get very naughty. Feel like saying Johnny tonight.
Adamisna says, I was giving you a what pass. I wasn't sure if it was censored.
Oh. But you can't give me the pass.
Victoria Rockwell says, with a hard on sneaky haha I heard that.
That's what the song says. I didn't say it. Oh, I kind of said it. But
Ajay says, I think it's AI.
Man, we're finished because I don't want a real singer. I want that AI singer. How do I get that kind of AI singer to sing? Is the whole song AI?
It's an Italian slur.
Are you Italian?
Nuka Chronic says, the song says hard R Johnny lol.
Yeah, there's people in the comments joking about that.
Victoria Rockwell says, oh, I didn't hear that. That's hilarious. Adamisna
That's
says,
not a hard R.
Passport.
Okay, so you're Italian, Adam. I have an Italian slur I can use as well. Okay, you can have any British slur you want. I'll give you all a fucking pass. So this cigar, do you remember how I said he charged me double? I went back there, looked at it, and he actually charged me the right amount. So this really is like a $50 cigar, $60. Monte Cristo Wide Edmundo. I was enjoying this so much the other day before I did a whitey and had a tobacco overdose.
Ajay says,
Couldn't finish it.
It's hard N.
Hard N, okay. Should we do it again? The song is so good. We have to do it again. Oh, Lord.
Adamisna says, I'm halfish Italian and halfish German. Then the rest is UK.
Yeah. Where were you born, though? Oh, wow. UK. So what? So, okay, a little bit of UK. Lucky, bruv. Yeah, so I didn't finish this, but this Monte Cristo really is the shit. It's long. It takes ages to get through. It's just completely solid. It's there's nothing wrong with it. There's no flaws of the Monte Cristo wide Edmundo. It's a proper one. I feel like saying Johnny tonight. So also thank you to Ellie and Kat for $142 tip. That was massive. Big yesterday. Thank you for Mar Football 30.
Nuka Chronic says, I'm also a white mutt with most European blood. I'd imagine such is the case for the majority of white Americans.
Probably. Where's Fefa Milayog? We need to say the Fefa's name. Also, yeah, Mar Football tipped $30. Now it's $30. Enjoy yourself and happy birthday. He wanted me to smoke the cigar because I was going to take it back to get the $30 back, but I didn't, and actually it was worth the original amount. So he tipped me $30 for no reason, but I appreciate it on my birthday. Malk tipped $42. What a legend.
Adamisna says if you're a white mutt you're made of some great ingredients.
Well, the Western Europeans pretty much invented everything. Sorry, but we kind of did.
New Jersey, it's got a lot of Italians. When I was growing up, people would ask, what are you, meaning what else besides Italian are you?
Chris Cat, mate. Italian food, holy lord, so good. Chris Campbell donated $20. I wanted to get Mark of the Ninja for you since it's Mac compatible, but it's in the wrong region or something. Maybe you can get it with this. What's Mark of the Ninja? I met a streamer today. We were hanging out. She had bright pink hair, and she refused to tell me who she was for anonymity reasons. So I thought, if you're really famous, actually, no, that would make sense. If you're quite famous, you wouldn't want people you don't know knowing your name because it could kind of get out if you wanted to keep it private. But if you're really big, everyone's going to know who you are anyways. She said she was on $8,000 for a donate-a-thon, where people keep donating to keep you staying awake or something. And she said the longest she'd streamed was 12 hours. And I said, well, actually, I've streamed 36.
In West Virginia, where the dominant local race is broke, lol. Victoria
I feel like saying
mutts are
Johnny.
better IDK if it translates to humans, but for my own sake, let's say it does.
Monte Cristo. I'll never know what the Cohiba tastes like because I destroyed it yesterday. I cut it too much. So are we going to do the Space Marine? Should I ask Mother Massacre for Space Marine? I think we might have to bring Mother Massacre over to Japan in the summer. Like, she really wants me to come back to the UK.
Adamisna says Space Marine 2 is very diverse BTW.
Is it? I feel like saying Johnny.
Victoria Rockwell says, oh, how's the Monte Cristo? I got one of those for my dad cause I heard they're good.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so super good. It's everything you'd want from a cigar.
Victoria in the house.
Yes. It's a slow burn, tastes great, it's not too heavy. You don't even think about it when you're smoking it, you just prop it into it and enjoying it. It's everything a cigar should be.
Brad W says, you and Mother Massacre need to become Florida people already and get it over with.
Brad, how you get me the visa? How you get me the visa, bruh?
Adamisna says when you turn into a space marine you literally become brothers because your genetics change to be more like the founder of the chapter but somehow you have an Asian squad mate lol. Ajay says, Brad W in the house. Victoria Rockwell says lol Ajay how goes it? Brad W says, Ajay. Victoria Rockwell says glad to hear that so I got him a good one. Nuka Chronic says, hey, Ajay, Victoria, Brad, and the gang.
Yes, yo. Yes, yo. What is going on?
Adamisna says would you get a gene seed injection for super strength? Victoria Rockwell
Why
says
not?
yeah Johnny be Florida man already. Brad W says, Nuka. Victoria Rockwell says Nuka.
How am I getting a visa to America? How is this actually going to happen? One of my best mates. He worked for Apple for a while. He's top level advertising, top tier.
Nuka
He's such a dude.
Just get the Trump card lol. Adamisna says legal immigration is much easier now since Trump got in. Pertniello says, donation goal, $5 million for the card.
Oh my god, right, $5 million donation goal. If we hit if we hit $1,000, I'm basically buying a PlayStation VR and doing Resident Evil 7 streams. That's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be crazy. So one of my best mates 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I said, who do you think's who do you think's kind of who do you like politically? And he said AOC.
My break from work is starting today till next Monday after I started to get burned at the end of last week, both mentally and physically.
Good for you, Ajay. I hope it's a long one. How long is it for? And then years later,
says IDK, I just heard a Canadian on Danny Polishchuk the other day saying
one of my best mates said I've gone full right wing, and I saw him for about 3 hours in the UK, and all the talking points he's on, he's all about the Trumpster, the Muskie. He hates the way there's mass migration to the UK. It's so good to have one of my best friends like that. But I don't really speak to him that much, but he's such a dude, so I was super happy about that. Super happy because I know all of my other friends. One of my other best friends, he kind of saw I had a Trump bracelet on. He goes, "You don't like Trump, do you?" And I just thought, oh my god, people in the UK are so trapped in this propaganda bubble. It's insane. This rogue judge thing is a daily thing now. It's which is getting silly. So anything that Trump does at any time can be stopped by any number of judges. What's the point of having a president?
Citizenship only came through a few days after Trump got in.
Right.
Victoria Rockwell says that's amazing news, Johnny.
Right. I'm so happy. So and we always have a really good chat. And we were always solid back in the day. We were hanging out together, raving, taking ecstasy.
A gold card for $5 million USD.
Bro, 5 mil? We need the spaceman to come back for that. I sent the spaceman a message, but he didn't reply tonight. The spaceman didn't reply. Space Marine 2 Japanese store cost. I feel like saying Johnny tonight. Is that song really AI? The whole thing? Is it? Should we play it again?
Ajay says, Johnny, open your gift.
Oh, you sent me a gift? What did you send me? On the Steam?
Coffin Spickle says, hi guys and the man, the myth, the DJ Johnny.
Oh my lord.
I didn't know your stage name. Brad W says,
It's the Coffin Sparkle.
Victoria, can you lend Johnny 5 million?
Mate, the Coffin Sparkle is the man, the myth, the legend.
Says, yes, on Steam.
Mate, everyone say what's up to Coffin Sparkle. Coffin Sparkle is such a beast. The man from Thailand. The mango and milk sticky rice. Munching king of Thai lad.
Ajay says, 2 games on Steam. Nuka Chronic says, Thailand.
I feel like saying Johnny. Right, we had to play this song one more time because it's so good.
They tell me
Coffin
there's
Stickle
words
says, the
that
gal that I'm
I
from
can't
Thailand so
say.
you can't
All the
differentiate that.
stupid rules are fucking gay. I'm listening to my favorite rap song, and I just wanna sing along, nigga. I feel like saying nigga today. Oh yeah, I feel like
Victoria
saying
Rockwell
nigga
says Brad
tonight.
just throwing
Coffin Sparkle's a girl. There's so many people on this channel. I thought they were men, but then they're women and the other way around.
Say nigga with a hard R. Oh, fuck yeah. I don't care if you get your feelings hurt. Your
Coffin
reaction
Stickle
to the
says, oh
word
we're
is
going
words.
funky today.
I'm just trying to celebrate black art. Now please step away from my car, nigga. I feel like saying nigga today. Oh yeah. I feel like saying nigga tonight. Alright. But when I'm by myself driving in my car, I say nigga with a hard R. Oh fuck yeah.
This song is insane. The comments are so good on this song. Did we just end racism? And there's loads of black people in the comments loving the song. Is that really AI? That is insane.
Victoria Rockwell says, hey Sparkle. Brad W says, bro hahaha lol hahaha I was not expecting that. Nuka Chronic says, turned the funk up. Coffin Sparkle says, hi Vic. Victoria Rockwell says WTF. Zero to Donor says, oh, I came up at the right time. Sweet.
Okay, so Coffin Sparkle is a girl. That's mad. Okay. Zero to Donor. Zero to Donor. What's up? So let's find out how much Space Marine 2 cost. Japanese PS Store. Here we go. PS Store, PlayStation. Such. Someone recommend that streamer today, that girl recommended me Lies of P. Wow, it's expensive, man. It's nuts. 9,900 yen.
Ajay says, I'm one of the blacks who like the song. It's why I approved today. Tomorrow I'll be offended. Lol.
We're gonna have to say goodbye to the Monte Cristo. Yeah, it's kind of, but it's good to have a little drag.
Zero to Donor says, what? You're not suffering with the new Ass Creed game? Adamisna says Lies of P you'd probably like if you like soul stuff. Victoria Rockwell says Ajay.
Monte Cristo was sick. Out it goes. Look at that. Absolute beast, this one. Monte Cristo, yo. I feel like saying Johnny tonight. I feel like saying Johnny tonight. It's my fucking birthday.
Perkniello says, I figured Johnny would be elbow deep in that historical masterpiece by now. Victoria Rockwell says never be white and say that word in New York unless you plan on that being your last day on earth.
I didn't say it, bro. I didn't say it. But I got the pass from Ajay. And Ajay's past is definitely more of a past than most people from New York. Ajay, where are your parents from again? I forget. Is it Ghana? Did you say Ghana?
Say it loud. I'm black and proud.
Say it loud.
Says, I don't ever wanna see you on my if again, lol.
Salty water.
Ajay says, correct Ghana.
Ghana. So your parents are from Ghana. So the pass from Ajay is likely to be more of a pass from anyone in New York, unless they're basically a refugee that's come into the hotels, which Trump just shut down. So I've got the real pass, but I'm not going to use it.
Victoria Rockwell says, I'm ugly and I'm proud SpongeBob SquarePants. Victoria Rockwell says Nuka.
My mum's sending me the present of Warhammer. How good is that? We're playing Warhammer 40k. That's the game that we're playing today. Does it have force diversity? I'm playing with a heart on.
Ajay says, in the US, the blacks says Afro-American, so I guess I'm Afro-European, lol.
I got the pass from Ajay. Thank you, Ajay. That's a massive, massive present for my birthday. That means a lot. Got the pass.
Brad W says, with great N-word pass comes great responsibility.
It does. Did you see Conor actually, Conor McGregor?
At my old apartment were
Conor McGregor actually dropped the N-words, not with the hard R, but he actually said it on Instagram. He's insane. He has this huge whiskey brand. Now he has a cigar brand. He's got the Forged Irish Stout. Are you really? Maybe that is one of the reasons he sells so much, but it's such a mad thing to do with all that money. It's mad. Nobody tries to cancel Conor McGregor. Now he's going against all of the mass migration in Ireland. Why is nobody trying to destroy Conor McGregor's business? It's mad how if you're in the UFC, you can just do whatever the fuck you want. It's so cool. So he said the N-word on Instagram with an A, and then loads of black UFC fighters came out and supported him and gave him a pass. And then Conor McGregor reposted their support. He's fucking mental. Oh, mate, the mum just bought us the game. Thank you, mum. Thank you so much.
I would allow McGregor to say what's up my nigger to my face.
Conor McGregor. What a madman. Oh, my God. Okay, so...
says, to Diaz or Khabib.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Khabib basically took his soul, unfortunately.
Come to think of it, they were the only PPL in that complex I let my kid play with. Everyone else was serious white trash. They were conservative and normal, lol. What are the odds?
Wow. Where's Radio Jim and Fefa Milayog? That's the question. Look, we've only got 11 days to go. All we need is $212.40 to make the $1,000 target. That would be unbelievable. We'd be back in business, bruh. I still send a message to Spaceman Gary Sanders like Christmas and birthdays, hoping he's gonna come back from deep space. I think he's gone forever, yo. Do you remember the Gary Sanders? Does anyone remember that? Gary Sanders. He donated $10,000 plus.
Ajay says, he's probably never seen a nigger on a horse before. Nuka Chronic says, Fefa Milayog. Brad W says,
yeah,
it's like Tyson, not a single person tried to cancel him for supporting Trump.
Why is that? They're just... why? How do they get away with it? It's funny, now George Soros, through his various NGOs and stuff, is literally organizing protests against Tesla. There's going to be another big one. What are people so angry about with Elon Musk? Like, what actually did he do? He just helped Trump get elected. That's why they're trying to, murder him and destroy his life and business and violently attack Tesla drivers. It's the only reason. They never have a reason for anything they do, because the only things they do is try to destroy people who threaten their power. Their argument is he's a Nazi because apparently he did a Nazi salute where he obviously didn't do a Nazi salute. He's made so many pro-Jewish posts, and he doesn't discriminate at all. He's all about meritocracy. And the only thing they had was freeze framing him moving his hand so it looked like a Nazi salute, and then they used that as an excuse to attack him and try to violently destroy him and his empire and his family. You have to literally make something up. They don't have an argument, so they have to make something up about him being bad. The left are a violent cult, man. They're getting worse and worse and worse. You see Tim Walz? Because he's bitter, he managed to fail becoming vice president, even after having 1.5 billion wasted on him. He was laughing about the violence against Tesla and kind of cheering on the destruction of all these jobs and America's most productive, technologically advanced companies. And then you had Jimmy Kimmel last night saying, I hope you don't hurt a Tesla, being sarcastic. These people are insane. I keep doing it, dude. Keep doing it. Who wants to vote for that violence? It's over for them.
Victoria Rockwell says because Tyson will bite your ear off, you don't fuck with Tyson.
True.
And W says, it's a tactic. Elon is taking all the attention so Trump can function.
That's one of the things.
Azine salute is just an excuse. They'd hate him regardless because they hate
definitely did not do that salute.
Speaking of Trump, he has always been supporting black people.
Fact.
Especially on reality shows in the past.
And Tyson.
Then there's Biden, who thinks I'm not black if I don't vote for him.
Bro.
Victoria Rockwell
Exactly.
used to live near my area in NY back when he was married to Robin Gibbons, but I never saw him. You'd hear stories about how scary he was though.
Jesus, yeah. I'll bet.
Pertniello says, They've been protesting at our local dealership here every weekend. We have been fucking with them though. Scallywags.
Really? Oh, Lord. Ugh, two-step verification. You gotta be kidding me. Waiting on the Sony. Can't log in yet. Whole lot of mercy. Right, there is so much news for the Trump stuff.
Victoria Rockwell says, did you see that fat guy reach into his pants and white shit on a test?
No, you've got to be kidding me, man. Oh my Lord, what are these food doing? Unbelievable.
Ezina says, big up your chest, Johnny.
Big up, Ezina. How you doing, my man? How are you doing? We are coming in strong. Coming in so strong. I ran to the store.
Victoria Rockwell says, like, why do you just randomly have shit in your pants at the ready at any given moment?
It's almost like it's not real.
My niece went on a school trip to DC, but they couldn't visit the White House because of the protests.
Bro, the left is a violent cult.
I'm getting tired here of people who's looking for something negative about Trump but never said anything negative about Biden, or pretend he never did anything wrong. Very disingenuous.
Did you see JFK sent a handwritten note to Biden calling him a traitor? JFK tried to warn us way back when. That came out in the JFK files that Trump released. But I mean, whatever the left promote via the activist-funded psyops of George Soros and his ilk, the people are just going to be mass psyoped into it. They can choose whatever they want, so it's not going to go away. But as they become more and more violent, they'll become less and less popular. I mean, okay, it was Trump as Hitler. And you think the Hitler thing would wear out. It's still going. Now Musk is Hitler. Okay. And yeah, they stopped caring about the environment real quick when Elon Musk got Trump elected. I mean, you're going to save the environment, right, with electric cars? No, but they told me that Rocket Man bad, so screw the environment and let's try to destroy the bad Rocket Man who got Trump elected. The Trumpster is killing it, and I love it.
Says, JFK beefing with Biden is so wild until I remember Biden's like 370 years.
Radio Jim!
Rockwell says, well, when DC isn't full of protesters, it's full of homeless crackheads anyway. My mum is from their worst vacation ever. We never went back. Museums were okay.
Radio Jim, we were asking for you. We need you here on my birthday. Yes, Radio Jim. Hello, my man. Radio Jim is here. We were asking about him earlier today. Oh, Lord. Oh, my Lord. Man, there is a lot.
Ezina says, JFK wrote that. Damn, I forget sometimes how many presidencies have passed by in these guys' lifetimes.
It's insane. So Mother Massacre has purchased us Warhammer.
Victoria Rockwell says, Radio Jim fact.
I'd like everyone to give a thank you to my mum for buying us Warhammer to play. And also, please send my mother your regards after the passing of her brother, the legendary Helmet of Saarbrücken. We love you, Mama Massacre. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for the birthday gift.
Says it was JFK Jr. who wrote the letter.
Yes. Oh, Lord.
Nuka Chronic says, thanks Mama Massacre and condolences for your loss. Victoria Rockwell says, thank you Mama Massacre. Radio Jim says, oh that makes sense lol. Mark L says, you're starting another without finishing the other one she bought you.
What did she...
Victoria Rockwell says, sorry about the bad news though.
Thank you, everyone. What did she buy me before that we didn't finish? What was that? God, I can't get anything past Mark. Bloody hell. My mum wants me to play a modern game.
And yeah, thanks, Mama Massacre.
She's literally watching now, I guarantee it, so...
Mark L says, Black Myth.
Oh, dude, we finished Black Myth Wukong because Mother Massacre bought it for us. And you know what? Mother Massacre said, why the hell are you playing this game? Because it's so bad. Oh my God.
Johnny, I finally ordered a new and better motherboard for my PC. First I was going to do it during salary day, until I saw a discount.
Oh, you lucky man.
75%.
Mate,
Radio Jim says,
good.
Many happy returns, Johnny.
Thank you.
Pickle says, my condolences and thank you Mama.
Thank you.
Donor says, thank you, Mother M, and sorry for your lose.
Oh man, she's gonna be, that would definitely mean a lot to her. Thank you, everyone. That would mean a lot to her. So I'm thinking, like, for my Mother Massacre buying me this game, I should basically get her out here, right? Pay for her fly, get her somewhere to stay, just a week in Japan. What do you think? What do you think? Or do you think I should? The thing is, she's always saying come back to the UK in the summer, and yeah, maybe she'd like that more because she I don't know, she's just a bit of a homebody, you know. But I think she'd probably love it out here, right? Take up some yakitori. She'd blatantly love it. Should I get her out here for the summer? I think I probably should. It's either me getting her out here for the summer, or me going back to England for the summer and some summer vibes.
Ajay says, I want to see your reaction to the gift. Claim it too.
Okay, we're gonna do this.
Sedona says, I'd be afraid to go to the UK even for a summer lol.
No, it's alright, but it's definitely a bit sketch. The club that I love the most, which is the most hard leftist club in the universe. On the way there's graffiti saying "Death to TERFs" in a tunnel, and it's like fully transgender LGBTQ nights. It's funny, when I went there and there's transgender people, they're kind of on the dance floor, and they look very nervous just hanging out on the dance floor. And I remember I was next to, because I'm there and I'm kind of on MDMA and having time of my life. You're kind of looking around, and then you see someone, and then you think, oh, that's maybe a transgender person. And then one of them was kind of looking at me and stuff, and I thought, I hope I haven't upset them or done something wrong, because there's so much negative press and stigma about how they're so victimized that it's almost like I don't know what to do, just kind of do nothing. But then I'm thinking, oh, maybe they're attracted to me or something. Anyways, this club that I go to, it's called Fold. It's an amazing club, and it's an amazing community. Last time I was there, yeah, I went 2 nights in a row, which was way too much. But I made some good friends, and the first night was so good. I remember having this conversation with this gay guy, and I learned how to respectfully ask people if they're gay. It's because he asked me, he goes, are you part of the community? I was like, oh, okay. I was like, no, I'm not, but, you know, it's cool to be here, just like, you know, hanging out. It was fucking awesome, man. You know, right now everyone's all tribalized and they try to pit people against LGBTQ. But the LGBTQ nightlife is actually, in London, it's the best nightlife there is. The Club Fold, there's basically nothing better than that nightlife, that club that they basically put together. I don't know if the owners are gay. I think at least one of them is, but I know they must be actually. But I remember just talking to this guy, and it just felt so good to. That's the thing, when people take an MDMA, everyone's so loved up, it breaks down all the barriers, and you're chatting to all these different kinds of people that otherwise you're looking on X and you're thinking all this crazy shit. But when you meet them, when you hang out and you just chat and you're buzzing, you actually listen to everything they have to say. That's what MDMA does. It, like, if someone's interesting, it gives you a hyper focus, and it's just a really cool club and a cool event. That said, going back to what you said, doing the weave a la Trump, Zero to Donor, that club has the sketchiest walk ever. And I did little unbeknown to me, you're not supposed to walk the way to that club that I walk. They actually put out a message saying, do not walk down that road, because I don't know, people have been assaulted there, mugged, all kinds of things. It's basically in Canning Town, which is Newham. Newham is a serious fucking place. And there these, I walked down there maybe 4 or 5 times, maybe 6 times alone. And you're really not supposed to do that in London. So yeah, there are places you're definitely not supposed to go, Zero. And they also said when you go to this club, do not talk to the balloon guys. So they're these guys who are selling balloons of laughing gas, and they're saying they will mug you, they will take your phone. And I remember chatting to the balloon guys, buzzing on MDMA afterwards and having quite a good chat. This proper rude boy, he came up to me and I said something like Happy New Year to him. And I remember he looked at me, he just went like this, he goes, yeah, like this year, like it's gonna be, he's like, Happy New Year, yeah. This year you're gonna be blessed, like that. And he cycled off on his bike. And I just thought, I actually kind of wanted to start talking to these people, because they're deep in the fucking subculture of Newham, and I sometimes want to work with rappers and stuff, and like definitely some of them are fucking around with that. And actually there was a group, and they, now looking back on it, they were actually trying to mug me or steal something from me, but I didn't realize because I was so wasted. I was really lucky that time. He was asking for my phone. He wanted to be Insta friends, and he said, I can't find it. Just give me your phone. And I was so fucked. This is how stupid. I can't believe I did this. I gave him my phone. So what they do is they look through your phone, and then they, I don't know, like they get the password or something, and then they can order loads of shit from your phone, or I don't know, you know, there's probably a way they can do it. I was so fucked. But then I think he was fucked as well. And I was with this girl, and we actually had quite a good vibe, and we were chatting to him. And I think it was a case of, we had such a good vibe, me and this girl, like chatting to this mugger. He probably had a good vibe as well, and he just gave the phone back. But yeah, that could have been really bad. Imagine that you give your phone to someone and it's unlocked so they can find passwords, or basically I think what they do is maybe they would change the password of your Insta, and then it will ask for a code, and like the mail two-step authentication will go through on the phone, and the SMS authentication. They can change it, and they could buy something there or do something, and if there's a credit card linked to the Insta or something like that. I don't fucking know. But yeah, London can be pretty shady.
Victoria Rockwell says, I think you should run it by her first as a fellow homebody. Radio Jim says, yeah, get out there, get her an IC card, and eat your kinaku. That's a great summer right there.
Yeah.
Victoria Rockwell says the gay bar used to be so much fun, but I'd never go now. I'm not dealing with a bunch of uptight.
I have to overspeak on this one, just in case.
Thanks. Coffin Spickle says, so MDMA give good vibe and no one making crime. Ajay says, Johnny, open the gift. Do it.
I'm not sure it's really like that though, Victoria. I mean, there is some of that stuff, but that's the problem. Like, the more far left you go, the more Marxist it becomes, and the more victimhood it becomes. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel in the rave, at least, everyone's equal. That's why it's so good. So even though in day-to-day life we might massively disagree politically, I love going into those kind of places and just getting on a vibe where everyone's into the tunes, and there's no smartphones videoing, because they ban like videoing stuff there, and everyone can just be on a vibe. I think it's good for the soul, man. I think it's good for the soul. Right. I was trying to play Civilization 5 with my dad last night, and it was like trying to decode a bomb. It was so complicated because the last version where you could there was crossplay between Mac and PC was the vintage mode. So you have to go into like settings and properties and type in a code to get this classic mode. But then my Mac's 64-bit, so this is a 32-bit game, and that wouldn't run. Then I downloaded a PC emulator and software in the end, it didn't work. And I wanted to do Civ 5 because it's supposed to be the best one, and it's got no work elements. It's like the last one without work elements. Okay, I'm opening gifts on Steam. I feel like saying Johnny tonight. Right, here we go. Community. Library.
Ajay says, I was glad yesterday when I saw that you played Civilization 5.
Oh, well, I didn't even play it. But I wanted to. And I actually do really want to play it. So, dude, I think I've got all the games. Oh, hang on. You received a gift. It's a gift from Ajay. Decline. No, I'm going to take it. Ajay, you're a funny one. You're a funny man. Thank you very much. This item requires you own the base game before it can be added to your library. Here's my 2 gifts. What is this? You Can't Survive an Outlast, a first-person survival horror game. How scary is this, Ajay? My mum actually has a VR headset and she offered it to me. I didn't take it, an Oculus. Should I take that? Does that work on a Mac? And then can I play these games in VR? I got a gift from Ajay. Receive. Thank you. Okay, I've got the gift. Thank you. I've got all these gifts now. I got Alien Isolation. Who got me that? 21 gigabytes required. Was that Chris Campbell? Was that Ajay?
Ezina says, Outlast is one of the scariest games I've ever played.
Oh my god. Is it worse than PT? Ajay, what are you trying to do to me, bruv?
Ajay says, Johnny, it says that it's playable on Mac.
Oh lord, thank you. And I got Outlast just now. Thank you, Ajay, for my birthday. Civilization 5 from Ajay. Thank you. Subnautica, I think that's from Chris Campbell. Thumper, that's from Ajay. Okay. And Titanfall 2.
Spickle says, both are scary at top tier.
Damn.
Ajay says, PT was much scarier to me.
PT was the worst of the worst. Coffin Sparkle, did you play PT? Oh lord, that was so horrible. That was the most horrible of horrible games ever. Can't be. We might do Civilization tonight, you know. That seems like quite a smooth game to play on my birthday. That seems like a smooth one. Baby.
Says, oh yes, PT still number 1.
Mate, and it's such a travesty, wasn't it? But I heard that Guillermo del Toro and Hideo Kojima are working on an actual horror game. No, they are, aren't they? Oh, mate, we're actually going to get what PT was supposed to be. Oh, lord.
In my opinion, Outlast doesn't hold a candle to PT. Coffin
Bro.
Says, and then Kojima left.
Wait.
I'm sad, but we got Silent Hill F-Sign.
Yasuke Simulator is on Steam. Yasuke Simulator. Are we going to buy this? Because it will actually have more downloads.
Nuka Chronic says, fear scared the balls off me when I was younger, lol.
I've never played that one.
Ajay says,
yeah. Coffin Sparkle knows what's up. We were deprived of like the sickest game of all time.
Feet of Del Toro is part of it, lol.
Can you imagine if they had allowed Toro and Kojima to just take what they'd made with the playable teaser and make that into a fully fledged game? That would have been the horror experience. And I'm talking about in media in general, across the realm of movies and games. That would have been the one. Oh, Feet. Is he like Feet? What's that all about?
Radio Jim says, PT was so good. The fan-made PC port was indistinguishable for me. And
really?
I PS4 a lot.
I'm glad because it's harder and harder to get that. My brother's got an old PS4 and he keeps it just to have PT. That's how much he liked it. That's nuts. Right, I'm going to search. Yasuke. We need to buy Yasuke Simulator. It's just 400 yen.
Says, Del Toro is well known for foot fetish.
Is that actually real or is that... How do you know he's got a foot fetish? The thing is, Yasuke Simulator is blatantly PC only, but it might be worth buying just to spite the Assassin's
Mark Hatfield
Creed.
says howdy Johnny. Nuka Chronic says, oh god, please don't play Shadows lol. Radio Jim says 99% of the time I hate so camp game theory shit, but have you seen that video speculating that PT was a fake Silent Hill project and was meant as a diss track against Konami?
Wow, so it was after he got booted.
Are gross PPL that like them are even more gross lol. Coffin Spickle says, if you buy Yasuke I'm going full political basho Ubisoft on this lol. Ajay says, Johnny,
Nice, Coffin.
I first played Outlast when I bought my PS4 back in early 2014. It scared my only early in the game but not much for the rest of the game along with the DLC. It focuses a lot on stealth. Zero to Dona says, he was in his own move sucking a lady's toes lol.
That's like Tarantino put himself in a movie sucking Salma Hayek's toes, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he was like,
Says +2 for Yasuke Simulator, -222
Yeah.
for Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, feet. So Yasuke Simulator is a troll game that's really cheap that came out to capitalize on the negative publicity surrounding Assassin's Creed. So it's an alternative to the woke Assassin's Creed, and it's just... I'm tempted to buy it because it's $3, but I'm pretty sure it's PC only, but I'm going to buy it anyways to spite them. It's it's this. So we're going to have to do this. Add to cart. View my cart. Continue to payment. Right, we're going to have to buy Yasuke Simulator. Because imagine Yasuke Simulator sells for more than Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed had millions of dollars spent on it. That'd be so funny. Let's see.
Nuka Chronic says, Johnny, if you like Resi you'd probably like Evil Within by Bethesda. Similar gameplay but Evil Within is scarier emo. Victoria Rockwell says suck my toes and you're getting kicked in the face. Coffin Spickle says, Ministry of Japan going for UBSRN. Zero to Dona says, Evil Within is good but the second game was pretty trash story wise. Victoria Rockwell says how can PPL even let someone do that? I'm way too ticklish. I kick you in the face purely out of reflex so it's their own fault. Ajay says, Johnny, save yourself and don't buy Assassin's Creed Shadows, Niga Samurai Edition. Radio Jim says, we need to get Johnny on a custom gaming PC and let the Wackintosh be a side ho lol.
Oh, custom PC. Wackintosh. Man, can you imagine the gaming we'd be doing on a proper PC? It would actually be out of control. That'd be nuts.
Brad W says, he's a black gay bisexual samurai. Victoria Rockwell says,
I saw a really good post from that Korean guy who does kind of anti-woke posts, and he said something like, how do you feel about that black community? How do you feel about that representation now, black community? You've been reduced to like a horny homosexual like samurai who wants to bone every single they them pronoun he sees. It was a really, really like absolute... He destroyed Ubisoft with what he wrote. Actually going to buy Yasuke Simulator. I think loads of people are going to buy this game. That's wild, man.
Victoria Rockwell says hey, he can be a samurai at night, he'll be incognito, then I'll see myself out. Tomorrow says, happy birthday, I'm sorry I'm late.
Thank you, mate.
Says, they make Nobunaga's sister cheat with him too. She has kids, and births a lot of real life royalty. Ajay says, and Ubisoft claims that we are the heresy for criticizing their game. Nuka Chronic says, Mum, can we get Afro Samurai? Honey, we have Afro Samurai at home. Afro Samurai at home. AC Shadows lol. Zero to Dona says Victoria lol. Coffin Spickle says, the thing is Nobunaga real person have a sister named Tomorrow says, have you seen the Trump drone show from Florida? I just saw it and it made me tear up. Radio Jim says, Afro Samurai rules, and is the cure for Assassin's Creed.
I'm getting hungry. Y'all. I ran to the store before it closed to get an onion.
Nuka Chronic says, Assassin's Creed. Zero to Dona says, onion?
Yeah, because I got some cauliflowers. And I can put it in a mixer and make cauliflower rice with garlic and onions. Pretty banging.
Nuka Chronic says, cauliflowers? Victoria Rockwell says Nuka, I think that's the name of the fat Tesla shits mirror. Zero to Dona says, oh, I totally didn't just think he was going to eat an onion straight up. Nuka Chronic says, Victoria.
It really doesn't want me to do this. Wait. Okay, no. Okay. Dude, I hate Steam. Like, I have to be honest, man. It's just always something's with it and crashing and doing weird shit and esoteric things. Of course, I got no problem with the games, but just using it just feels user unfriendly. Is it just me? Yeah, like it's just fucked my UK card. I can't use it just because Steam had so many levels of verification. Thanks, Steam. Probably have to like waste money calling the UK to ever use that card again. Thank you.
Zero to Dona says, I wouldn't know. I'm a PSN player. Johnny needs Steam tech support.
God, mess Steam.
Ajay says, Johnny please, it's not Steam, it's your Mac.
The thing is, right, okay, I'm looking at Steam now.
Victoria Rockwell says
so glitchy as well. So like payment methods, some of the boxes you can't fill in, but now you can fill them in. It's just... We need to hit the Space Marine. I'm determined to buy Yasuke Simulator.
Zero to Donor says, get hard. Rock hard. Harder than a rock. Coffin Spickle says, Vic, you know what's rock hard in Japanese? Victoria Rockwell says zero. Coffin Spickle says, it's Bocky.
It's Windows only. I'm gonna buy it anyways.
Chronic says, I was trying to help but I got censored. Fucking YouTube SMH. Zero to Donor says, what's a Bocky?
So I've purchased a game I can't even play just to show my distaste for what they did with Assassin's Creed. It's funny, they tried to do damage limitation, right? And they tried to say, well, they're going to change it, man. Did you see the romances they put in that game?
Coffin Spickle says, it's mean rock hard in the erection meaning XD. Ajay says, nigga we gon' be alright. Nigga we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright Johnny hear me do you feel me we gon' be alright. Victoria Rockwell says that was my second guess sparkle lol. Zero to Donor says, Bocky no pico.
Okay. Bro, I just did quit and it didn't quit. Like, what? Steam, why? Oh Lord. Dude, I hate Steam so much. It's just done all this weird stuff to my PayPal now. You've just removed this card from your PayPal account. No, I didn't. Like, what was this?
Sonic says, let me put the head in LMAO. Kendrick was out of pocket on that one. Ajay says, don't blame Steam. Blame Mac for discriminating Steam. Pertniello says, Steam is really good, but probably only on PC. Zero to Donor says, oh god, did Johnny just get scammed?
No. But I mean, I don't know what the hell that was though. So weird. What?
Radio Jim says, YouTube even censors if you talk about its censorship. Everything I try saying gets filtered.
Yeah. It's one of them things, bruv.
Victoria Rockwell says judging by the bell bottoms he got from his grandma he was wearing he probably only has a head on that mini mushroom. Zero to Donor says, don't worry, half the SHT I say never makes it to Johnny lol. Radio Jim says 5 of my last 6 messages have just been thrown in the bin. It's so obnoxious.
Bro. There's so much going on, man. I don't want to get sucked down the political rabbit hole. Breaking court ends New York City's law allowing non-citizens to vote. The law is over. Final blow. Only citizens can vote. You fucking no shit, dude. The Trumpster. Amazing. It would have let over 800,000 non-citizens vote.
Steam was probably designed for PC and had less focus on Mac.
Yeah, no, without a doubt. Without a doubt. This is nuts. That's what Musk said. That's the Democrat plan. They want all the illegals to vote. That's what Democrats tried to push through in a bill, and it's just got shot down. Unbelievable. I want to see who voted on the Supreme Court to support that. I bet it's all the liberal justices.
Jim, that's happened to me, and I'm a mod. YouTube is doubling down on stupid lately.
Mate, that's the literal plan.
Nuka Chronic says, it might just be because you haven't set up Steamboard through their mobile app yet. Adds security and makes buying easier.
Oh, really? I want to see who voted against, who voted for this bill. That would be freaking... Who did that? New York's top court. Okay, didn't even get to Supreme Court.
Zero to Donor says, it was a matter of time before they tired it federally.
They brought in Ketanji Brown, who can't even say what a woman is, because she's going to vote for every single leftist cause that comes her way. You're not supposed to put someone on the court like that. You're supposed to put someone neutral. Trump put someone kind of neutral in Amy Coney Barrett, and she votes against Trump a lot. She voted to restate the USAID fraudulent aid. So the Republicans just play it how it's supposed to be played, but Democrats always play dirty. So they've activated the doomsday device. That means you have to play dirty too. You wonder why Trump didn't put in someone way more hardcore than Amy Coney Barrett. That was a mistake, man. That was a massive mistake. That was crazy. Right, Assassin's Creed is going to flop so hard. I'm super looking forward to the failure of Assassin's Creed. This is the talking point people are making. When the left do something the right doesn't like, the right boycotts. For example, boycott Disney, boycott Bud Light, boycott Target. And do you remember there were these fake stories about how people were threatening Target employees that were complete BS? And the left was saying, you know, the right are dangerous, they're putting their lives in danger. And then when Elon Musk just helps Trump get elected, then it's all good to commit violence against Trump supporters. They're just the worst. They're just the worst. It's just everything they do is in support of destructive nonsense. So what are we going to do about these judges? Because people are saying impeach. You need 2/3 of the Senate to impeach the judge and remove the judge. That's if 100% of senators vote for it. We have 53 senators. We need another 14. We need 67 in order to remove judges. Okay, you can impeach them to make a statement and then maybe try to primary them. But what are you going to do when any judge anywhere can strike down anything you do at any time? I mean, that means the president can't do anything. Well, what's the point? You basically need 70 senators. If they get rid of non-voter ID laws and get rid of mail-in ballots, you will have 73 Republicans senators. You have 67 plus or 70. I swear to God. I swear down, bruv. Okay. So I think it's time for a bit of space marining, would you not say? I think it's time for some space marining. Do you know what that means, though? That means we have to somehow get this working.
I kinda too slow to follow the topic. Can someone please explains to me like I'm 5 please TT? Radio Jim says, I was having a laugh at how someone said Yasu gay on X. I wonder if I can say it here.
You can.
Spickle says, what happening in the US currently?
So Trump got elected, and Trump is trying to do things that he was elected to do. For example, stop fraud and send illegal immigrants home. But there are judges who are telling Donald Trump to stop sending illegals back and to stop stopping fraud. And there's loads of these judges. They're all over America. There's hundreds of them. No one's heard of their names before. And this happens when someone who doesn't like what the president is doing interprets the law differently to how the president interpreted it, and therefore tries to stop the president. You would like to think in an ethical society that they would only do that when they truly believe the president is doing something wrong. But if you look at the amount of times this has happened so far, in previous presidencies, it has only happened 10 to 12 times across 4 years. It's only been about 3 months, and it's happened 60 plus times to Donald Trump. So people are saying now, effectively, the presidency means very little, because anyone, anywhere, at any time that's one of these myriad judges can stop Donald Trump from making an executive order and doing what he was voted to do by the majority of the American population. So basically, the left, the Democrats, they're using these judges like a weapon in order to take down their political rival in a way that will destroy American society, because it means that the president can't do anything. It's never really happened to this frequency before. And that means in the future, if the power goes back to the other side, the side that's currently in power will do the same, and the president won't be able to do anything anymore. So the only option you're really going to have is to go against what the judges say. And that's going to be the end of the country, because it means that no one listens to any laws or checks and balances or any questioning of the laws that should only be exercised in the event of something that's really serious. Does that make any sense? So that's what's happening, and it is very, very messed up. And the only way you can really stop it is you can remove that judge, and that's called an impeachment. But to remove the judge, you need to have a majority vote in the House of Representatives, which is known as Congress. So the current side in power have the majority in the House, and so they can vote in order to impeach the judge and remove the judge that are doing these heinous things, these evil things, trying to stop the president from doing what he was elected to do. But then in order to impeach that judge, it goes through a second phase in the Senate, and in the Senate, you can't just have a majority vote against impeaching the judge. You have to have a 2/3 vote. So currently, the amount of people who are in power, the Republicans who are senators, is 53, but you need 2/3 of the Senate. So you need 67 people to vote in favor of impeaching and removing the judge. And that's even if all 100% of the senators vote for that, and they probably won't. And then even if you could do that, the process is dragged on so long, they're going to stymie the president massively, and he can't do what he was elected to do. So the fact that they can't even impeach or remove just means they're just stymieing him and stopping him from doing what he was elected to do every step of the way, and it's a serious freaking problem. There's probably other ways to get rid of these judges, but no one's heard of these judges. No one elected these judges, and you can't just have random people at any time stopping what the president wants to do, because that means he won't be able to do anything at all. It's insanity. Does that make sense?
Zero to Donor says, so they can have power again. Nuka Chronic says, Trump passed an executive order stating that it's okay to call your friends retarded if they're doing something retarded. America is back. Zero to Donor says, as it should be. Coffin Spickle says, I see. Victoria Rockwell says, Nuka, I saw that Il Mayo so good, we're back baby, my vocabulary is finally making a comeback. Coffin Spickle says, exactly like our previous senators, they selected all by junta hands. So kinda like the judges in your situation.
That's the tie.
Chisa Kakalova says hello. Coffin Spickle says, hello cheese. Chisa Kakalova says happy birthday Mr. Massacre.
Chisa Kakalova.
XD, I got censored so badly Lmao.
I love you, Chisa Kakalova. Chisa Kakalova has disappeared for ages. I sent her a message on the old Discord. How is it going? What are you up to? What are you working on now? Are you now some six-figure Bausch animating the future of entertainment? Please let us know what you're up to.
Kakalova says, what's with the TTS?
The TTS is the new TDS, don't you know? It's amazing, and it mispronounces everybody's names. Chisa Kakalova, I love that. Chisa Kakalova in the his house. Delish.
Nuka Chronic says, Chisa Kakalova lol. Chisa Kakalova is struggling. I got laid off.
Oh fuck, sorry to hear that.
Victoria is the retard queen.
What are we doing now?
Brad W says, wait, that came out it wrong lol.
No, you don't want to get on the wrong side of Victoria. She's gonna kick you in the face, bruv. She's gonna kick you in the face. Chisa Kakalova, sorry to hear that. What are you doing at the meantime? Back with the folks, or you got something lined up? It's really hard, super hard when that happens. I'm speaking from experience, and it sucks. Chisa Kakalova, you'll be okay. You'll find a new job on another day.
Says that's Queen of the Retards, Brad, get it straight.
Queen of the retard. I'm definitely in the retard army somewhere on the front line.
Radio Jim says, why is we can say retard here, but I couldn't say the modified version of Yasuk's name. YouTube's crazy. Ajay says, Johnny, did Civilization 5 work well on Mac?
I think it works fine. So we need to play Space Marine for the cheese lover. I wanna cook some like cauliflower rice. Do you want to come in my kitchen, darling? While I cook, oh god, while I cook that. Cheese lover.
Nuka Chronic says, with the power of autism, retards unite. Zero to Donor says, it's cause YouTube is literally retarded.
Okay, we're gonna have a vote. Am I autistic or not? This is the final vote.
Says, sure daddy, wait what? Zero to Donor says, you want to come in Johnny's kitchen? Chisa Kakalova says long story, it's been over a year and I've been jumping from min wage job to min wage job. I just got a new position as a daycare teacher recently. Victoria Rockwell says Nuka, that's way better than Thundercats.
You lost the job as a daycare teacher.
Radio Jim, you can call him whatever you want here.
Animation job still on the ground. Also, like, can I say where you worked before, or is that a secret? Sorry to hear that. What's your plan, my friend? Are your parents supporting you, helping you out? Am I autistic?
Radio Jim says, diagnosing autism by committee, sounds like fun.
Here we go. The poll has started. Am I autistic? Give me your honest opinion. Am I autistic today?
Ajay says, Johnny, check if Thumper runs good.
we're definitely gonna do it before I sleep tonight.
They tell me there's words that I can't say. All the stupid rules are fucking gay. I'm listening to my favorite rap song, and I just wanna sing along. Nigga, I feel like saying nigga today. Oh yeah, I feel like saying nigga tonight. Alright, but when I'm by myself driving in my car, I say nigga with a heart on. Oh, fuck yeah. I don't care if you get your feelings hurt. Your reaction to the word is worse. I'm just trying to celebrate black art. Now please step away from my car, nigga. I feel like saying nigga today. Oh yeah, I feel like saying nigga tonight. Alright, but when I'm by myself driving in my car, I say nigga with a heart on. Oh fuck yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Wow. Okay, here we go.
Brad W says, Johnny loves making cream pies in the kitchen. Coffin Spickle says, emergency medical MDMA incoming. Chisa Kakalova says, I worked at Bardell Entertainment. I'm making some money too as a freelance animator.
That's
I've
good.
been applying but no luck. My parents kicked me out after a year of living with them.
Whoa.
Victoria Rockwell says Brad. Chisa Kakalova says you are so autistic. Zero to Donor says 90s version of saying autistic in my book. Nuka Chronic says, we're saying nigger for a third time? Lol. Ajay says, no, I don't think you're autistic. Chisa Kakalova says OMG music. Zero to Donor says, dance is funky. Chisa Kakalova says that's crazy. Brad W says, spectruming at its finest. Zero to Donor says, my favorite disco song. Coffin Spickle says, LOL the lyric. Victoria Rockwell says why is he getting a hard on in his car alone?
Because he's got an N pass.
Crime until you start playing with it. When I worked at Walmart a guy got arrested in the parking lot for that.
He's got the M pass. And
Honestly, I always thought hard R meant retard. Cause you know it starts with R.
basically, he loves black music and he wants to sing it, and he's got the N pass.
Zero to Donor says, lol.
That's why he's got a hard on. It's like every white guy's hard on to be able to like finally sing their favorite black music that they love without getting killed or something bad happening. Okay, am I autistic? 60% say yes. Wow, we got 10 votes. I mean, it's like a split. I feel that way too.
Johnny, I don't think you're autistic, but if booty is your priority over boobs, you have Asperger.
Isn't it the same? That's a funny comment. It's a funny comment. Oh man, Adam's encouraging some craziness over on Rumble Crumble.
Radio Jim says, 0 to Donor. I don't like Linux, but had a good laugh when made that same mistake. He said I used to use the hard R all the time when I was young. Ha ha ha. Coffin Spickle says, nice one Ajay. Radio Jim says, I don't like Linus. Linux rules ha ha ha.
Ajay got censored as well. What did he say? I don't think you're autistic. Okay. Oh, Asperger. Okay, very funny. Very funny. We're ending the poll with 11 votes. I mean, the poll says 11 people voted. 55% I have autism. 45% said no. So it's touch and go. It's touch and go. All right. Here's another one. Here's another one for you. Okay. Right. I'm gonna get diagnosed by the YouTube viewers. Here we go. Do I have ADHD? Surely there's not a single person that would say no. All right, new poll. Here it comes. Here it comes. Barilla. What? Okay, maybe I don't have ADHD. I'm obsessed with this. Freaking obsessed. 9 votes. Okay. 9 people engaged. Adam Missner, you got to come on over to the YouTubes to vote on this one. Yeah. Charlie Brown's Linus. I used to love Linus.
Zero to Donor says, who TF is Linus? Zero to Donor says, damn, Johnny is artistic. Coffin Spickle says, Linus Torval. Victoria Rockwell says the only Linus I know carries a blanket and gives great speeches and hangs out with Charlie Brown. Zero to Donor says, XD I know. I was thinking Charlie Brown's Linus too. Zero to Donor says, IDK who Linus Torval is. Coffin Spickle says, I'm not gonna lie, I can try doing some test for you. I'm registered to do at some degree.
Bro, for free, let's go. Test me, test me. Okay, do I have ADHD? 13 votes.
Radio Jim says, I meant Linux Sebastian of Linus Tech Tips. Linux Torvalds is literally Jesus Christ.
Shit, maybe I'm just a normal person. Okay, so 69% of you said I have ADHD. 30% said no. So people think, I think that's about... Yeah, I feel that way too. I feel that way too. All right, test me, Coffin Sparks. Okay, we're going to change the shonky camera that's basically powered by a couple of hamsters on a wheel.
I swear to God, if I type Linux instead of Linus again, I'm going to kick myself in the face and break my nose.
You'll break your leg as well by doing that, probably. All right. Is this going to work? Oh my lord, is this working? I feel like da.
Break it to you, Johnny, but you might just be normal. Coffin Spickle says, alright, for ADHD, do you have trouble listening to follow orders to age 12?
Oh wait, we're actually getting professional diagnosis here. This is really exciting.
You were handicapped or weird and that's it.
Okay, Coffin Sparkle. Alright, for ADHD, do you have trouble listening to follow orders to age 12? Extreme trouble listening. And to this day, it's the one thing that makes me feel like I'm going to explode in a shower of gore and bone. It's just the worst thing ever. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Nothing worse. I've dedicated my whole life
about mental illness to be normal.
To not do that. That's true. She's a cackaliver. What's your name again? What's your name again,
Victoria Rockwell says same 0.
No, but that's the liberal brainwashing of telling you there's something wrong with you, right? And being a resentful, horrible, like person, nihilistic, there's no God, and just being miserable and worshipping If anyone follows liberalism, they're gonna think they're mentally ill. Dude, when I was in my, I don't know, teens or late teens, I visited some shrinks. They told me crazy shit. They told me to take some insane drugs, and if I had taken them, I'd probably still be on them. And they were totally wrong. They were totally wrong. Totally wrong. Absolute, mate. It's so grim. It's so grim out there. People pay for that. They want you on them.
Nuka Chronic says, first we had Fefa Milk Iod, now we have Chisa Kaka Lover lol.
Coffee Sparkle says, I'll be broad, but are you depressed a lot as a kid? Yes, I would say yes, yeah. From the age of 10 until, to 20s, mid-20s, late 20s.
Victoria Rockwell says, no one is normal, it's called having a personality, and if you have one you're now on the spectrum.
Could be.
Spickle says, at what age did you take a meds though, because that's crucial.
Meds, I took antidepressants when I was 23 until 28. And yeah, that's pretty interesting. I definitely would not recommend anybody do that.
Zero to Donor says Victoria.
Just my personal anecdote. Yeah. That's probably, if you are going to take that stuff, it's better to do it.
You have an internal monologue. It's terrifying how many people don't. Nuka Chronic says,
deep.
At what age did you first jork your shlong? JK lol. Radio.
Fucking hell, bro.
It still censored me here, so I think the chat overlay is censoring too. Coffin Spickle says, yeah, your check for every box is at Fist Diagnostic. Chisa Kakalova says, I've been on them since I was 16.
Whoa.
Victoria Rockwell says, LMFA Onuka.
The doc gave us some Prozac. Oh my lord. Cause our life is undecided.
Brad W says, there are people walking around us with the thought process of a stake making decisions that affect the world. Chisa Kakalova says Nuka Chronic, I don't need to know that.
Yeah, Nuka, mate. Went a bit far there. She's a caca lover. She's a caca lover. Man, I'm really sorry about your job.
Nuka Chronic says, ha 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 ha.
Ha 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 ha. Cheesecake, like.
Zero to Donor says, being depressed doesn't mean you're mentally handicapped PFF. It means life sucks.
Dude, when I was a kid, I was told by the media that there is no God and that life has no meaning, and just have as much sex as you want and destroy everything and destroy all tradition and just reality is whatever you want it to be. How can you not be depressed if you tell someone that crazy shit? And imagine what it's like for this generation. That was more stealthy in the propaganda, but now in school, and oh my god, man, I wonder why people are depressed. I wonder. This is why I think I should have kids, because I have so much knowledge to impart with that kind of stuff. Fucking hell. It feels like a dereliction of duty not to do it. Mate, this dirty cigar box that I've got. Okay. But the thing is, I didn't start taking the meds until way later, and I felt I was very ADD way before the meds. But I didn't take meds for ADD. I took it for depression. Yeah, I was definitely depressed. Definitely. Fuck it, we ball. Cheesecake lover. So you're not living with the fam, so you got to make the monies. How are you getting by? Do you actually have work right now?
Rockwell says zero. Victoria Rockwell says, why were you only listening to the media? That's worrying. Nuka Chronic says,
well, I was just a kid.
Raised in church and ended up becoming non-religious anyway.
True.
Everyone has their own path.
True.
Chisa Kakalova says adopt Johnny.
I would consider adopting.
Says 80-90s they made us grow.
Because I love my hamster, and that's not my DNA.
Tell us more about you when you're a kid. Ajay says, that is really disturbing. Radio Jim says, I'm a Margo atheist, so atheism isn't synonymous with nihilism, but I agree with that generally. That attitude is a serious epidemic.
No, I hear you. I mean,
how would the existence of a god help? Or is it the implication of an afterlife?
As a kid, Coffin Sparkle, So I was so pure when I was very, very, very young. So I remember when I was young, I actually had this very positive image of the world, and I thought everything was amazing, and I just wanted everybody to be happy, and I thought everyone else was nice like me. And then that was destroyed when I went to school, and then I came into contact with humanity. I remember thinking, wow, not everybody's nice. And I guess I was given a really, I was, looked after very closely by my parents. I don't know if I was coddled, but perhaps I was if I reacted to that when I started to come into contact with fellow humans outside of the family. And then I never had a big circle of friends, but I'd always have a few friends that were really close. I didn't feel comfortable with a big group of people. I remember thinking, how can I be friends with all these people when they're all so different? How can I enjoy all of their company? And I always felt there were some things that I really liked. I really knew what I liked and what I didn't like, and it's the same with people. And then my parents divorced when I was 10, and that's when I started to become depressed. As soon as after that, all the depression started. So that was the major triggering factor. But if you do have something like ADHD, it would be there anyways, right? And it just takes something to trigger it. So that would have been, if I do have ADHD, it would be triggered regardless. So then it was just, and then I just felt really lost because I was so alone. I didn't really have anyone to give me advice or guiding figures all through my teenage years. I didn't really have anyone there. So I felt very alone and lost. So I would self-medicate by going out to parties and taking drugs and drinking and just like shagging around. And so I got I looked for guidance from the streets, essentially, like going to raves in London every weekend and getting up to no good and stuff. And went to university. And then I remember a period when I thought, okay, maybe it's good to be popular. Maybe I should be popular. So I made an effort to be popular, and it worked for a year or a year and a half. I had loads of friends, but to do that, I had to cut my hair, and I changed my hair a little bit so it looked more like the other kids in school. And I made an effort to kind of think like and act like other people. And I noticed when I did that, people accepted me so much more. I'm not going to lie, that was some of the best years of my life. I remember going to house parties from the age of 14, 15, 16. I had loads of friends, and I was popular with girls. I'd be with some of the hottest girls in school or like another school, and it felt really good. But at the end of that, it felt fake. It didn't feel real. I didn't feel I was being myself. And I kind of knew if I stop acting in a certain way to make other people like me, it's going to be much harder. But it feels right. That feels more right than how it is now. So I just started being myself. I started going to a lot of raves at the age of 16. At that age, no one was going to raves. People were just starting to go to the pub. And so I became this outcast. I remember by the end of school, I just hated it. I just go there, hardly had any friends, and just didn't want to be there. And I didn't want to be in school from the beginning. And this is the liberal in me. I kind of felt like, why do I have to work? Why do I have to go to school? Why can't people just give me stuff? So that's the very liberal, immature attitude. Why can't people just give me stuff? I want to produce nothing. I want to take from other people. And the propaganda in the media and in music and everything, it gave me that like hard leftist belief, but I didn't even know what leftism was at that time. And then that was basically the childhood, and then I became an adult. And then from there, it's just a journey of just trying to make sense and thinking, what am I supposed to do? Or where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? But I always loved music very much, and I always knew I was going to be a creative because my grandmother was a famous actress, so that gave me a lot of confidence. And she was a woman in the 40s who was super popular. To do that is just out of control. So I always felt I had that spirit, and that gave me the confidence. And then I got into music when I was 10. My first CD was the Spice Girls, and that was a great album. Say what you like about the Spice Girls. It was a great combination of kind of British spirit and pop and ingenuity. I mean, that was like the first ever girl band. And I started getting into hip hop. My cousin introduced me to all that, and Snoop Dogg and Biggie. And then I started to realize I'm really good at DJing. So I realized that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to do DJing. And then to become a famous DJ, you have to become a producer, because then everyone knows your name before you even set foot in a club to DJ. And I wanted to make drum and bass, but yeah, I made some other stuff. And that became the kind of creative outlet. So around everything was the kind of music and creative stuff. So that was the childhood. Does that make sense?
Victoria Rockwell says, I don't remember the media telling me that. Maybe I missed something. There was tons of wholesome programming when we were kids.
But it was subversive.
Adopt you. You can get a green card.
Bruv, please.
Donna says, British TV was different from American. They gave us rose-colored glasses in the US. Coffin Spickle says, the group of people coming after 12, I presume.
Yeah.
Victoria Rockwell says, yeah, definitely 0, maybe that's it. 0 to Donna says, that sounds like a normal teenagers with issues. Not added. Chris Campbell says, did you grow up in London? Coffin Spickle says,
Yes.
It's normal teenagers. The dark thought caught up to him. He got rebel arc and then Johnny trying his redemption arc later. This is not psychological speaking though. Coffin Spickle says, he know what his goal is. Also I wanna cheer to cheese who might be downing. You got this bro. Coffin Spickle says, wait, mama is a sound N? Slub says Jerry Halliwell's bangers more like.
Yes, exactly, Slubs.
He's not on the spectrum or whatever it's called now. He's was just a lonely kid. It's a mood that's understandable. Ajay says, awesome. How did you get introduced to drum and bass and jungle?
Good question.
Jim says, one of my favorite virtues reinforced by integrating Japanese culture is to both conform
Exactly.
but do each conscientiously.
Yes. Yeah.
And how about LTJ Buchan?
He's a legend, yeah.
Kakalova says, I can tell you have more questions. You can message me on Discord later if you want.
Yeah, I will, Cheese a Kakalova. Man, I miss you, Cheese a Kakalova. So how did I get into drum and bass? So my mate Martin, he played it to me all the time, and this was in this lost grey years of London where it's grey and scary, but I'm a human being and I want things to be happy and nice. So I'm going out into the darkness trying to find shit, constantly playing drum and bass, really bleak, dark, industrial stuff.
Says miss you too.
Miss you, mate. And miss you, mate. And smoking weed, and just I remember just sitting in someone's room and there's like this really dark music always on rotation, not really liking it, just being stoned and scared about life. Where am I going? What am I doing? I'm becoming an adult. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I have to do well in school. If I don't, my life is over. Well, that's what they led you to believe. And then after some time, I started to actually kind of like the sound, and there was 2 songs that were just, they were so good that it would be hard not to appreciate these songs. They really were a cut above. And then when I started to like that, started to go out more, and it was a cool thing to do because you couldn't go out and consume drum and bass without putting your life at risk, because the raves were so fucking aggro. We used to go to this place called it was what was it called? The Rex in Stratford. And mate, I was there when someone got shanked and died on the dance floor and they had to stop the rave. I've been there. People tried to beat me up. People tried to mug me. People threatened to stab me. I've been to raves where a whole group of these like rude boys in the toilet, they all cornered me and tried to mug me and like steal my shit. And the guys on the dance were looking at me. He's like, I'm going to kill you. Like you could not go and consume this music without putting your life at risk. So that was the barrier of entry. It was so high that the people who went there were really passionate and were really determined to find something, like the cool shit. So that was the exclusive, scarce, rare, cool underground shit. And I lost my train of thought, but that was where I ended up. And when you survived the night, you felt wow, you just felt you really achieved something. And it was worth going into darkness to find this treasure of drum and bass. There's so many amazing tunes. It was a golden age, man. And none of it was commercial at all. There's no streaming, none of these cheesy vocals. It was just made by people who wanted to make you feel wicked on the dance floor. And then I remember taking my first ecstasy pill at Fabric. So I went there about a month after it opened. I was sitting outside room 2 and I was talking about it. And I'd taken a few before that, but they were fakes. And this guy said, "Do you want a half?" And I took it. And you're supposed to come up within an hour. About an hour and 45 minutes later, boom, like came in. And God, you can't forget the first song you came up to though. And I think I fucking have, which is really, really terrible. But one of the tunes was Atlantis by Moving Fusion. I think it probably was that. And it was just like, it was the most incredible feeling. It was incredible. It felt like all my problems disappeared and like no anxiety at all. And you could connect with your friends on a different level. And then I started, introducing some friends, made some friends who were doing it. We became so close. But that time I didn't realize that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So you can't feel that good all the time without there being a massive cost. You're not supposed to do that regularly. You're supposed to do it 3 or 4 times a year, 5 or 6 at most. At that time, I didn't know. So I was taking it way too much, way too often, and just confused as a teenager. That was not... But then that was what people did back then. But yeah, that's how I got into it. The ecstasy takes it to another level, because every single one of those songs was made by someone who's taken ecstasy and had that feeling, and they want to give that, communicate it to someone else. The whole rave scene, it came from acid house and hardcore, which was born out of ecstasy. And so once you go out and you listen to that music on that heavy sound system, and it's just the bass is wicked and it's hard and hectic, and you're buzzing, and when you're high, you super focused because your neurons are firing, and that's when your neurons fire. That's how you focus. That's how you get your focus, and they're firing. You just focus on this music, and everyone else is smiling and happy, and you're meeting people, and you don't judge them, and you can talk to people without even 1% of apprehension or anxiety about what they think about you. I mean, it was fucking life-changing. But the 2 tunes I remember, the first tune I ever remember liking is called Turbulence by Moving Fusion. Go check that one out. It's such a wicked tune. And the other one was called Hard Noise with a Z by Dillinger. And that started my lifelong obsession with Dillinger. Dillinger's my favorite producer of any genre, anything, go back hundreds of years, classical composers, modern day, whatever. Dillinger, the way that his music would crush a club, that nothing ever felt or sounded like Dillinger. Fucking hero, that guy. He made crusher after crusher. No one really knew who he was. He never sold out. As soon as it started to go commercial, he disappeared and stopped making tunes. Real underground legend. And now all drum and bass producers just want Spotify streaming and put those cheesy lyrics in it. You pay a couple of quid to sign up this website, and you get all these lyrics and cheesy things that will help you stream on Spotify. It's fucking legendary. It's awesome.
Victoria Rockwell says, yeah, the kids I grew up with were all taking drugs at some point, acid, shrooms, etc, and some are dead now, but mostly everyone has kids and are normal now. Teenage hormones are tricky and PPL in power. Luca Chronic says, the same thing happened to me but with Slipknot, so I became a metalhead.
What were you taking listening to Slipknot?
That's what I was led to believe too regarding not going to school. That I
had
no future or job.
Yeah.
Victoria Rockwell says know that and have been using it for years. Victoria Rockwell says when we were young it was depression and personality disorders, now it's trans.
Right.
Slubs says try going to an old firm game. Me and mates went into the Celtic End.
Slubs.
Interesting time.
We got to talk.
Victoria Rockwell says turns out we were all just going through the normal human experience and just had shitty guidance from shithead people who exploited our insecurities.
Victoria.
Spickle says we call it catharsis.
Victoria's killing it. I'm really feeling what you're saying, Victoria. Okay, Slubs. I saw the other day Rangers put some banners out talking about like F wokeness and even about like Gaza or something, or like Ukraine. It was saying, basically saying F wokeness in the crowd. That was a Rangers, right? That's you, right? After that, I said, I've got to become a Rangers fan. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm going to find this. Rangers.
Slub says yup.
Yeah. Okay, mate, I'm a Rangers fan. Fuck Arsenal.
Luca Chronic says, just weed, which is kind of strange paired with metal, but it's a thing. Didn't do harder stuff till later and then it was only acid. I like to listen to Tool on acid, lol.
Nice. Rangers, look at this. Keep woke foreign ideologies out, defend Europe. Yeah, Rangers. Yeah, let's go, Rangers.
Slub says we've been fined by UEFA cause of it.
But you should be funded. You should be funded. Mate, I'm a Rangers fan now. Yeah, Slubs is hardcore. Slub says he's had his nose broken, what, 6 times from getting into Rumbles? An old firm game. Firm game is Celtic Rangers, right? Me and mates went into the Celtic.
Says, Nuke, should I try introducing you to Stoner Doom Metal XD? Slub says agree.
Mate, I got co-signed by the Scotsman.
My upbringing sound entirely boring in comparison. Hard drug I ever had anything to do with is alcohol.
Honestly, this is going to sound really kind of hippie, but it feels like for a large part of my life, I found this Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe-esque wardrobe that I could go through to another world. I found a rabbit hole. I can go in there and nobody else knew about it. Hardly anyone knew about it. And it was stepping into another dimension, and it felt 10 times, 20 times stronger than, or even 100 times stronger than any positive feeling I've ever had in my life previous to that, with a group of mates, and we were all in it together on this adventure, listening to these tunes in the golden age of a creative period in England of electronic music, when we made all of the world's leading electronic music. I feel like I've been on another planet, and I feel like I've been to places that a lot of people haven't been to. It was fucking amazing. It was fucking amazing. I mean, even though there were times when I felt down and depressed as a teen, that's not the overriding memory at all. The overriding memory is those raves with my best mates, which felt fucking incredible. That's the lasting memory. So what can I say? What can I fucking say, man?
Victoria Rockwell says, I went through a metalhead phase. Nuka lol. I saw Tool in concert. I like Maynard's side project A Perfect Circle too. Slub says Kraftwerk fan. Nuka Chronic says, all kinds of metal. Welcome Coffin lol. I've been a fan since hearing Metallica in my dad's car at the age of 4 years old. Helped me get through life. Victoria Rockwell says, I'm not a metalhead anymore, but I'm still a stoner lol.
So when I used to do Airbnb, my partner for Airbnb, business partner, he had a property, and the dude from Metallica, the main singer, I don't even know who he is, he stayed in our Airbnb. So I didn't have a fucking clue who this guy was. But he's got like hundreds of millions of dollars, right? He stayed in our Airbnb, this guy.
That's dope, Victoria. I'm so jealous you've seen them live. Coffin Spickle says actually the business in Ikebukuro is metal related business XD. Sud says, James Hetfield.
Yeah, he stayed in our Airbnb. I didn't know who the guy was, but what's up, Suds? Which is quite mad. Bjork also stayed in our Airbnb, and I gave her my album, but like, I couldn't meet her directly. She had this handler, and he said like, oh, he'll pass it on to her. So she stayed there, Björk. And was there anyone else famous? I'm not sure. We had these guys like Bomb Squad or something. These Australian, what's that stupid Bounce? Like Aussie, was it something Bounce? They were the top guys, like something Bomb or like Bombs Away stayed. And they were assholes, man. They like bought some fucking octopus sashimi and tried to stream it and were really noisy and shit.
Victoria Rockwell says they had naked contortionists come down on silks from the ceiling. Nuka, it was cool. I didn't know they were naked cause they were painted until the guy did a move and his dick flopped around. Victoria Rockwell says can't hide that lol. Coffin Spickle says except. Chris Campbell says, how did you end up owning an Airbnb in Japan?
It was all subletting before they changed the law, and like you basically couldn't do it anymore.
Oh damn. I just got a memory flashbang about the Bjork stalker. What a freaking weirdo.
So, Mama Massacre has bought us a game, and we're going to purchase this game.
Luca Chronic says, LMAO Victoria, not the floppy willy.
The floppy willy of doom. Coming in strong. Okay, so... Dun 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 dun. Mm-hmm.
Victoria Rockwell says yeah, I guess the look on my face was classic cause my date died laughing at me lol.
Oh my lord. Sorry, we lost the stream for a second there.
Radio Jim says Monkus.
OBS crashed. Sorry about that. Oh lord.
Ajay says, yeah, the stream froze for some seconds.
It's back, baby. But I want to cook my cauliflower, bruv. Fucking starving. I feel like saying Johnny. I feel like saying Ajay.
Coffin Spickle says, have a chat with everyone here is very fun. So before I go on, Johnny, you did sure have ADHD aspect but not autism by DSM-5. Search it up. 2. Nuke gonna be my new metalhead best chat friend now. Ajay says,
Yay.
do you share your PS5 with Mariah Carey?
It's called Mariah Carey's Tits. Is the full name. And I swear they banned that name, but then I somehow got it again. Super proud of that. Okay.
Coffin Spickle says, it's midnight now, good night ladies and gent and the legend Johnny.
Coffee Spark was amazing. What a cool person we got on this stream.
Says, how's it going with Steam?
Coffin, are you on the Discord? Make sure to come on the Discord.
Says, go get food, dummy.
Okay, I'm going to make some food. Cheesecake Lover, you've got to join the Johnny Massacre Discord, right? You're not actually on that. I'm pretty sure you're not on that. Wait. Coffin Sparkle, before you go. Before you go. Before you go.
Coffin Spickle says, yeah.
Do you use Discord? You sparkly coffin, you.
Victoria Rockwell says, wanna hear something tragic? Nuka, my sister-in-law saw Metallica live and doesn't like them or know any of their songs. It made me angry. NGL lol.
Oh lord. Please join the Discord, anyone if you haven't who's here, including Coffin Sparkle.
Before he go. Johnny Massacre says, link.
And Chezakakalava.
Coffin Spickle says, yeah, if you don't mind dropping the link.
Please come in and be active, because we're trying to get active. Cheesekakalava, you are my Discord friend, but you are not on that server.
That is tragic, Victoria. Uncultured swine SMH.
Uncultured swine.
Did you see the AC Shadows gay drama?
Yup.
It inspired this joke that had me rolling. Assassin's Creed. Black Fad.
No comment, no comment. Dude, that game is gonna be flopping faster than you can blink. I can't wait. They're just all the fucking anti-woke gamer accounts are waiting for that shit.
Victoria Rockwell says, thank you Nuka lol, that makes me feel better.
Okay. Do we have a PlayStation here?
Radio Jim says, Black Flag.
Here we go.
Chris Campbell says, I mean the game has been out for a couple of days, so they're not waiting anymore. Coffin Spickle says, alright, time to go guys. Have a good one.
Good night, Coffin Sparkle. Thanks for the psychoanalysis. I really appreciate that. You got the Nuka Chronic.
Bye Coffin, have a good one. Victoria Rockwell says, L8RS Sparkle, take care, sigh. Radio Jim says, later, Sparkle.
Make my shit the Chronic. Yay.
JP says, Chris Campbell gonna have to steal that joke.
Okay, y'all. Okay, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Which one is the British one? This one, I think, is the British one. Oh lord, look, we got the boober already off the bat. Wow. Oh, this terrible ass game, Sonic Colors.
Nuka Chronic says,
Assassin's Creed, who's gonna buy this game? Who is gonna buy this?
Victoria Rockwell says, Holy tits.
Imagine how good this could actually be if there wasn't DEI infected. I mean, it could be great, right? Bro, look at the main characters. Lot of mercy. It's basically George Floyd. It's literally modeled on George Floyd. Looks exactly like him. With this tiny little bird. I already made a video on this stupid. Look at this as well. Fucking Helix credits, mate. You know where to stick that. Make my shit the chronic. Man.
Ajay says, Johnny, you should see the hilarious videos of the horrible voice acting.
Oh, it's that bad? Radio Jim getting censored. I'm just happy Radio Jim's here. Radio Jim. Radio Jim says Radio Jim. Okay. Where is the good game? It's not this. Latest. Look how much money they've spent to Sony to get it everywhere.
Ajay says,
hell no.
Even the original Resident Evil on the PlayStation sounds better than this trash.
Yeah, for real, dude. For real. Look what's coming, though. Death Stranding 2. Forza on the PlayStation. What the hell? That's a cool cover, look. Giving a little cute boy kiss on the head like a father. But he's clearly not the father, right? So he's just this anti-hero badass who he never had a family. His family was taken, so now he's got to look after the next generation. That's a cool image, man. Atomfall, Bleach, Forever Skies. The first Berserker Kazan means volcano in Japanese.
Says Death Stranding was fucking awful.
Is it? Slubs, I bet there's hardly any games you ever said you liked, apart from Doom.
Chris Campbell says, Death Stranding is coma-inducing boredom that doesn't deserve to be called a game.
Really? What about the second one, though? People are going to be... That's going to have some play online, right? It's going to have a bit of virality. What's this? Ajay knows. This is the third game, right?
Yeah, I know. You need to play the first Death Stranding game first. It's a divisive game, though.
Bro, is there any woke elements in this? And did they remove some of the sexy talk?
FFS. Radio Jim says, I really like Death Stranding 1, but you have to have a high affinity for both Kojima and for long trips with no fast travel. Nuka Chronic says,
that's not me.
Looks like a walking simulator with extra steps, lol.
I'm curious to see it. I'll give it a chance. It's a bit of a controversial game, I think. Night Rain. Oh, Lord of mercy. What do we get for the deluxe? Night Rain additional DLC, which is what? Additional playable bosses. Playable characters and bosses, maybe. Separate. I feel like eating ramen tonight. Gonna break my keto diet.
Ajay says, Johnny, MGS Delta. It's not woke. It's developed by several teams who made the original and it's a great prequel. Radio Jim says, extra steps is a good way to put it. LOL hiking boot.
Boot. I wonder if this game was made by a DEI department. I seriously cannot work it out. I cannot work it out, y'all. I can't work it out.
I think Kojima has a hard-on for that guy.
Who the fuck do they make these games for?
Has him taking showers, sitting on the toilet, urinating etc.
Bruv, look at this. Riding her from behind. This is... I just can't do it anymore, man. What the fuck? Look at the chin as well. They just hate you. They just hate you. Wow. That's freaking unreal. New games. Pre-orders. Pre-orders looks kind of interesting.
Nuka Chronic says, I don't think Nitrin is actually gonna be that good.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong.
I feel so.
Multiplayer games have just never been from Soft's strong suit.
I feel they can't get it wrong, but I do share your concerns. There's something about it. Doesn't look... Oh, this is what everyone was talking about. Wow, look at the shield, though.
Radio Jim says, I don't like remakes, but I'll probably play Metal Gear Delta because I can finally play without Hater's voice.
That bad. Is this woke? And is John Carmack woke? I seem to remember he did something woke. I hope not.
Slub
this
says
is
that looks fucking badass.
okay. Is this actually going to be good? Can someone bring me up to speed? Because I have no idea. None at all. Absolutely no clue.
Slub says zero wokeness.
Really now? Are you sure? Then this is a day one purchase, bro. Oh, it's coming out in May. Okay, sweet. Perfect. Perfect. Secret of the Mimic. MotoGP, is that good? That looks good. Lost Soul Aside, is that good? That looks good. Look! Forced female character.
Luca
Equity and
Chronic
inclusion.
says, Doom should be good. The only decent Bethesda IP left IMO. Fallout fell off very hard with 76 and Elder Scrolls is taking forever for them to actually make, so no one cares anymore.
I thought they woke.
AJ says,
Shinobi.
as for Death Stranding, I think it's far from a bad game. Calling it a simulator might as well be used in any game. COD or Battlefield equals shooting and killing simulator. Astrobot equals jumping simulator. Radio Jim says, I don't think Carmack is involved nor woke. Romero is woke, but also not involved. I'm gonna play Dark Age.
Interesting. Okay, good. That's a good sign. Look at this. Funded by your tax dollars, presumably. I'm sure that was paid for by the US government. I bet you £1 million. The grant came from your tax money. I bet you anything. Because no grant was given out without there being DEI guarantees. Look. What about... Okay, anyways. I love how they don't promote Space Marine at all. People not playing that? House of the Dead 2 remake. You know there's a light gun you can get. There's a mod that makes it playable. I might have to do that for that.
We need Johnny to play the best story game of the decade. Soma.
Is that good? That rings a bell.
Luca Chronic says, Outer Wilds.
What that? Look how badass my liked list is. It's so good. Why have I got Demon Slayer in there? Panzer Dragoon remake, £2.
The only new upcoming game worth getting that I know of is Phantom Blade Zero.
What's that again? Oh, I think I know what you're talking about, and that looks super great. That's the one that's a Chinese one, right? It's all black, kind of ashy aesthetic, right? Pretty sure it is.
Victoria Rockwell says, what's Soma about? Soma is the drug from Aldous Huxley's book A Brave New World. Xenotheproducer says, well hello there folks.
Xenotheproducer, how you doing, my man?
Black and ashy lol. Slug says Xeno. Chris Campbell says, which game did Mama Massacre get for you?
She got Space Marine, or she just sent me some money and said buy it. Thanks, Mama Massacre.
Ajay says, Xeno the producer in the house.
Yeah. It was cheaper in Japanese.
It's great but short J. Xenotheproducer
It's all good.
says, Slubs, Victoria, Ajay, hope you're all well. Chris Campbell says, you need to get Mark of the Ninja on Steam too.
I saw you mention that. Thanks for the donation, I saw that. So is that available for Mac?
Radio Jim says, Soma is spoiler sensitive, but a safe synopsis is, a guy with brain trauma goes in for an experimental treatment that transports him to an undersea filled with nightmare horrors. Victoria Rockwell says Ditto Xeno. Radio Jim says, an undersea lab. Chris Campbell says,
Is that the one where there's a huge thing that's always there? Ooh, thanks, Mother Massacre. Yay! I really wanted to play. Thank you, Mum. I really wanted to play this. Oh, man, so excited. Here we go, y'all. Look, Mama Massacre. Thank you. Wow. Oh, really? Isn't that out for PS5, Chris?
Chronic says, this game is pretty dope, Johnny. I hope you enjoy it.
Super excited for this. Downloading 1%. What? Wow, taking its time.
Slub says I all platforms bruv. Chris Campbell says,
Wow.
don't you know about PS5? Victoria Rockwell says, oh that sounds interesting. Radio Jim, I wonder why they chose the name Soma in an age where no one reads though. I wonder if they know or if they thought they made it up. Radio Jim says, when you're seriously ready to play Soma, I'll try to gift it to you. Would be worth it to see a blind playthrough.
What? So, Soma. We're gonna have to look this up.
Slub says I got it on Steam. I colda shared it with you.
So what? You can share games for free?
Victoria Rockwell, there are layers to the law. Don't want to spoil anything lol.
Slubs, are we friends on Steam? Mate, the Steam communities, in spite of the fact it's about as user-friendly as a fish and chip that's got stuck in a rhinoceros's asshole, the community is really good on Steam.
Victoria Rockwell says gotcha Radio Jim.
Dude, Assassin's Creed Shadows is the first thing on Steam.
Fam thing where you share each other's library.
Wow, what? Anyone can do that? It's telling me this game may contain content not appropriate for all ages. Assassin's Creed. Why? I don't want to see it anyways. Get that off my screen, dude.
AJ says Radio Jim, Metal Gear Solid Delta will use the original recorded voices from the original MGS3, so you will still hear Hater's voice.
Slubs, what's your Steam name?
Luca Chronic says JDO Rim.
Is Hater's voice so bad? JDO Rim. You have to pay more for the fam thing, right? Mate, Slubs is like a secret gamer. Scottish gamer. Great. What do you think of Arteta, Slubs? Do you like Scotch, Slubs? You do, don't you? What's your favourite Scotch? Top 3, yeah? Mama Massacre got Space Marine, Chris Campbell. Super generous. Soma. And what's this underwater game people talking about?
W says, there's a gay scene with the black guy in Assassin's Creed. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, no, no, we've seen it.
You also get some fantastic deals on Steam compared to PSN. Yesterday I
But Brad, you're racist and homophobic if you don't buy that game to support it, therefore.
Slub says Steam name is Charon. It's free to share. Ajay says, Johnny, if you liked Hater's voice in MGS1, then MGS3 will be no different. Victoria Rockwell says J. Dirim sounds like a sphincter in tatters. Nuka Chronic
Oh dear, tatters.
Zeno is right. The deals on Steam are crazy sometimes. Subnautica Johnny, it's so good.
Dude, Charon is not you. Charon is in Italy. What are you doing? What, Slubs?
Slub says I okay a black Rasta samurai. Brad W says, I will die on that hill then lol.
I don't know about Hater's voice. You're talking to, I think that's Nuka Chronic, or I think. Charon? There's so many Charons, dude. What's your, do you have an icon? There's so many.
Slub says that's me mate.
Dude, there's so many. Oh, in Italy is you? That's you. Charon, Alessandro.
Ajay says, Johnny, Nuka Chronic is right. Subnautica is really good. It's why I have the game on PS4, Switch and PC.
Is it?
Nuka Chronic says, Charon is the name of the ferryman of the ferry that carries souls across the river Styx to the underworld in Greek mythology.
Holy shit. Now I understand. That's him when he's going to the firm. Slubs, you maniac.
Nuka Chronic says, also the moon of Pluto.
The moon of Pluto. Oh shit. Slubs, what's your name on Steam? You can find mine. It's Johnny Massacre or Captain Clonk. CaptinClonk. Man, I'm freaking starving.
Zenithe Producer says, Captain Clonk, what a lemon.
Took me ages to come up with that. Captain Clonk. Slubs, what's your Steam name? Slubs is pissed off. This is what he does.
Slub says fuck all to do with Italy bruv. That's my Steam name.
Yes, but Slubs, when I type Charon, the first thing that comes up is Charon from Italy, then Charon 14, then Charon in the United States, then Charon with just a question mark and nothing, then Charon with Tasmanian Devil, Charon with another question mark, Charon with some bananas in Canada, Charon with a shit emoji, another Charon with no avatar, Charon in Canada, Quebec, Charon in...
Charon UK lol.
Bruv, there's none in the UK. I can't see if it's in the UK. You didn't put that on there.
Victoria Rockwell says, does that mean you clonk captains or are you the captain of people who clonk other people?
I clonk other people.
Zenithe Producer says,
but my people also clonk people.
Victoria Mayo.
No, I'm the captain and I clonk. Alright, Slubs, I'm sending you a friend invite, you Wally. You absolute Wally. You bloody pillock!
Victoria Rockwell says, right Zeno. Ajay says, be right back. Johnny Massacre says, link.
Steam friend me, Slubs.
Nuka Chronic says, if Captain Clonk could clonk captains, then how many captains could Captain Clonk clonk?
Many captains. Many captains. Oh my god. I played Resident Evil 6. It is so unbelievably shit. It was hard to continue. I couldn't put my friend through that.
Radio Jim says, Ajay Delta uses the originals for English. Yes, but that has no effect on the Japanese voices being available.
I need to cook some food. I think I'm just going to go cook some food and go to bed.
45,143, that's my friend code. Radio Jim says, I'm working, so I got pulled away for a minute. Victoria Rockwell says Slubs is a Quido hater. Why Slubs why?
There we go. You're already friends with this user. Lot of mercy. That's why. That's why.
Nuka Chronic says, or no Tyrannid slaying today. Womp womp.
Slubs, I see you, bro.
Rockwell says Guido.
You added me before, bro. You got Kingdom New Lands. You got 3 games. Is that all you've got? 48 hours in the past 2 weeks. Man, Slubs is a serious steamer. Steaming through.
Nuka Chronic says, Mosquito. Slub says no, I got hundreds. Zenithe Producer says, me trying to figure out what a Quido is. A dodgy name for a pound coin, haha.
You're playing 3 Kingdom games. What's Kingdom? Is that, what is that? That looks quite, what is that? Is that like a, what is this? Watching
Victoria
a trailer.
Rockwell says Steam and Demon was a roller coaster at Great Escape in Lake George.
Oh, it's like a pixel. It's a retro pixel art game. Wow, this looks kind of good though. Shit, Slubs. Can I play all your games, Slubs? How does it work? I don't know. Oh, Lord of mercy.
Victoria Rockwell says it's a pound coin with greasy hair.
This game is terrible.
Zenithe Producer says haha. Slub says next time you're on I'll show you. Nuka Chronic says Steam and Demon sounds like a sketchy menu item at a brothel lol.
Steam. Oh shit. This game is straight up horrible. I feel like playing Sonic Colors. This game is a piece of shit. It looks great. This looks great. I worked out yesterday, or the day before yesterday, Sonic is a straight up nationalist. He wants to prevent anyone else, any aliens or robot aliens coming in from the outside. Wants to keep his land pure. How can you mess a game up like this? Okay.
Chris Campbell says now I'm trying to figure out what a pound coin is. Victoria Rockwell says Nuka.
They're amazing, Chris.
Can't tell if you're joking, Chris, but that made them laugh. Nuka Chronic says Bob hasn't been right since he got that Steam and Demon down at the brothel.
Sounds like a shit.
Hello, Sonic.
Alright, we're gonna wait for Space Marine for a proper playthrough.
Nuka Chronic says Rothel.
These games, like, they suck because you can't actually control.
We Sonic on now. Victoria Rockwell says it's a coin you go in hard on Chris Pound. Brad W says Steaming Demon is when you eat Taco Bell and drink Nesquik.
Nesquik.
Luca Chronic says sounds like a shit killed me lol.
Look at this game, how bad this is. What the hell is actually happening? Look, he just... Physics do not apply in the world of Sonic. What is this?
Rockwell says Brad Bingo. Chris Campbell says just a normal coin. Why would it have hair though? Zenithe Producer says this game is an absolute insult to the Sonic brand.
It's super bad. I think it actually looks quite good. That's the problem. It's kind of baiting you. But okay, this thing where you run forward with the analog stick and pick up rings, the analog stick doesn't work precisely enough in order to make that feel intuitive. It just feels like the controls are not very good.
Press and hold, that'll take you higher than a regular old jump. If you see a lock on cursor for a home.
And this as well. Sonic Adventure was horrible, and they kept this stupid mechanic. There's no gameplay involved. It's all automatic. It's bad. It's real bad.
Boost button gauge at the lower left has to have energy when boosting.
Chris Campbell says the voice sounds so Nickelodeon.
Press the boost button.
Just everything about this.
The gauge at the lower left has to have energy to use when boosting.
Slub says my son was mad into the Sonic games.
Which ones? Look.
You can get across here using the homing attack once you see the lock on cursor.
And this game is Zulu Stainer. This as well, no gameplay involved, just watching it.
Lim Chalsu says Milky is coming.
Lim Chalsu, he's married to the Milky waifu. Da, da, da.
Was on Gamma Cube.
She didn't like Adventures, surely not. That game was... I loved it at the time, it was amazing for me. First 3D Sonic, but it was caca days.
Sonic Heroes was fire. Radio Jin
Was
said,
it?
Sonic people have been saying finally, Sonic is good again every year for 20 years, and they've been wrong every time. Last good one was Adventure 2, and the last good one before that was Sonic 3. Lim Chalsu says Enlighten hour. Victoria Rockwell says Milky.
I tried to play Sonic Adventure 2 twice and it was so freaking bad I couldn't, but I didn't give it a chance. Does it really get that much better later? Because I was...
Heroes. I remember the fucking Showpets.
Wow, this is just so bad. Oh, the KO pets. I used to love that. That was the best part of Sonic Adventure.
Okay, maybe I'll get a nap and then I'll set the alarm for an hour. Radio Jim says, Adventure 2 is a mixed bag. You have to love the shitty parts too. And there are a lot.
I see. That makes sense. Look, what's this shit? I want in there, bro.
I played this the other day. Thought it was
Get on the
pretty good.
rails to grind. Move left or right.
Alright, let's give it a chance. Step left, step right.
Chris Campbell says, this level design looks like somebody put it in a blender.
Oh, mate, I don't like this game.
Sonic Mania was really good. Granted, it was just an officialized fan game. Lin Shelsu says we are at Sonic right now.
How do we get this shit? I want that. Bruh. What's that? Mate, if you can make this happen, the game's not right. Game's not right, y'all. Are we doing that? No, we're not. What's this?
All I know about Sonic is that they once did a pickle slushie. Dear Lord, no. Snapjack says, how we doing today? And also wanted to check in to see how that Monte Cristo ended up tasting.
Dude, it was good, man. It was so good. Did you not see any of the Monte Cristo yesterday? I kept some because I thought I was going to take it to him and show him the receipt and say, like, this is what you gave me, but you charged me this much. And then in the store, it was the same price.
Dog flavor of G Fuel lol. Gross. Snapjack says I had to go. Lim Shelsu
Oh, mate.
fried pickles neo.
Dude, the Romeo and Julieta White Churchill is better. But the Monte Cristo, I'm definitely going to buy that again. I mean, it lasts way longer than the Churchill. It's less, like, sumptuous and gorgeous. But it's just so solid from start to finish. It's just, there's nothing you could criticize about it at all. It's like the perfect cigar, and it almost has a little bit of, it's understated a little bit, which in its own way makes it fucking just as good or better as the Romeo and Julieta. This is really, really, really something, isn't it?
Snapjack says, have you ever had acid cigars?
No, I haven't. I'm sure that would be pretty interesting, though.
Slub says, have you seen Darkest Hour?
No, what's that? Like, excuse me. That's very rude of me. Look at the way Sonic starts running. How bad is that animation? He's ice skating along.
Acid. Lol, it's the brand name.
Oh no, no, I haven't.
Chronic says, think acid is just a brand name, Johnny lol.
Oh.
Story Olden as Churchill.
I'm too pure to know what you're talking about. Actually, that's not very pure, thinking something's acid. Is it? How am I?
Zenithia Producer says, Gary Oldman gave a great performance in that.
This is some shit that's coming later in the game, isn't it? This BS. Yeah, it's something later. They're not telling me. Slubs knows what to do. His family's played this, I'm sure. What? Okay, it's locked. What is this BS?
Victoria Rockwell says, Slubs, that's a movie that needs to happen yesterday. Snapjack says, Tobak is also another brand I enjoy. Really smooth and tasty.
Tobak, you mean cigar? Tell me about that, mate. Snapjack, thanks for the donation yesterday. Appreciate it. Wow, this game is doo-doo stain. It's really, everything about it is...
Yeah.
It looks like visuals, it actually has a kind of a great art style.
Give me that sweet leaf.
Now this is where you can't fucking control it, and you haven't been able to since 2000 when Sonic Adventure came out.
Sorry, I was thinking of the really tiny black midget guy who is Gary Oldman to British PPL. Slub says this is crap lol. Luca Chronic says,
It is.
first Sonic movie with my wife last night. Was pretty good.
Really?
Things about the trilogy, so we'll probably watch the other two as well. Lin Chulsu says everyone go watch Jack Boots on Whitehall, that's the best Churchill.
So hang on, what Churchill am I watching? Someone else was talking about Gary Oldman. Should I be watching that? Man, this game's not very good. Oh mate, I'm not sure I can take much more of this, to be honest.
Producer says the Sonic movies were fine. Nothing spectacular, but got a few laughs out of me. They get points for listening to fans and changing his awful design. Brad W says
That is quite a good point.
movies are really well done.
Really? I thought it looked really shitty and childlike, but I haven't seen it. Should I be watching Sonic? I mean, if they change his design, yeah, that is such a good point. How many times do they do that? Right, usually the
Victoria Rockwell says ONVM, that's Gary.
usually what they do is this for real? Usually what they do is insult the fans and say you're racist for not liking our design, right?
Zenithe producer says FFS Victoria.
Wow, what is wrong with this game? See, he tried to rob me of that weird coin. What was that? What was that? God, man. It just doesn't work well in 3D, Sonic. Can't you make it work, Sega? Why can't you? You got a whole team on this. Can't you find a gimmick to make this fucking work? Somehow, some way.
Victoria Rockwell says, come on Zeno, that movie would totally make sense in 2025 and you know it.
Listen, I'm going to fix this whole series. Okay, Sega, listen to me. This is how you fix Sonic. Just play Mario 64 from start to finish. Live, breathe, eat, sleep Mario 64. See what's happening there. Go back to a bit of Banjo-Kazooie. And then just play all the other top 3D platformers and modern ones that Nintendo have done. Then play the original Sonics. Get the feel for it. The vibe of the Sonic. Then what you do is, the story is, Sonic he's either lost his speed or he can't run fast in this certain world. I don't know, there's certain aliens he's going to hurt the KOs or something, or for whatever reason on this planet he can't run fast in certain situations. Some he can, but mainly he's walking around just like Mario. Just make a Mario style amazing game with the spirit of Sonic, and don't fuck it up by making him run fast when you can't control it, because it doesn't lend itself to a 3D platformer. When you have fast sections, use your amazing Japanese brains, high IQ, higher than white people, go look it up, to work out how to make some fast section really cool. Like, remember the bonus stages of 1 and 2? Some shit like that, but with going fast that everyone enjoys. Then you can have the fast shit, and you can have a great platformer. There you go, you've just made hundreds of millions of dollars. Thank you, you're welcome. I'll take 10%. Am I right or am I right?
Lin Chulsu says there's nothing wrong with this game, you're just playing wrong lol. Lin
Oh
Chulsu,
shit.
Lin Chulsu's keyboard is impossible to type on.
Lim Chasu.
I think the B team made this one. Victoria Rockwell says it's only higher because America has been funding it, thank you. Zenithe producer says, now you effed up Johnny, because that sounds fun and pro-consumer.
So yeah, no, we can't have that, can we? You see what I'm saying though? And because you know when the superpower, the hero gets maimed, right? Like RoboCop gets maimed, or like the cop gets maimed, or the superhero loses something, or gets his arm chopped off. Sonic loses his speed, or he can't run fast. That's a really good plot for the movie. Or he can sometimes, but it fucks him up or hurts him in some way. Or maybe he has to get some bionic implant. And that's the story of how the Mecha Sonic gets created. It's like used for the wrong purposes, but he can use it to run fast. But he shouldn't use it. It's like Venom's Spider-Man suit. Running with that isn't learning how to run properly. He's never going to recover from being crippled if he always uses that as a crutch. But maybe it's okay. You know, Musk with Neuralink helping the disabled. Who knows whether he has to do it himself or whether he needs support. Either way, it's a great narrative. Lots of conflicts in the story. You know what I'm saying? Bruv.
I can't believe somebody was dumb enough to leave the keys in this thing. It's like Eggman's begging us to sneak in and trash the place.
Oh man, this thing's got crazy fast acceleration.
The voice acting as well. I just chose the most annoying kids ever.
Victoria Rockwell says, I watched a documentary where this couple in China went to the doctor because they couldn't have a baby. Turned out he was coming
Oh
out.
no, that sounds terrible. No, but not in China. It's Japan. China says they have a similar IQ, but you can't really trust what comes out of China.
Just thinking about it makes my head feel like it wants to.
Zenither producer says, what the actual fuck?
How can you not work that out? Bro, is this for real?
Great plot idea, Johnny, but you're missing the MacGuffin, the lesbian love interest and the non-binary wrestlers.
Oh my god, that will improve it. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Like, this looks kind of good.
Says exactly.
Now you're in quick step. Move left and right to dodge obstacles.
Mate, this is not gameplay. Stop. Couldn't they come out with something better? That's all this automatic shit. Excuse me.
Change forms with a cyan with a super fast in laser form. Prisms and optical cable open up.
Oh, did I just fuck that up? I think I did.
Hit the crouch button while it's perfect for getting under tight.
Chris Campbell says, I'm not sure you're in the target age range for this.
No. But I mean, Mario was always kind of whatever. Okay, here we go.
Slub says, see Disney are gonna do a Mara Jade film with Zendaya LOL. Lin Shulsu says,
A what film?
few pews. Princess Smiley Face says, hi everyone.
Princess Smiley Face, welcome back. We're playing a terrible Sonic game. I'm about to go actually, but we downloaded Space Marine, which should be banging. So I'll be doing that very soon, maybe tomorrow actually. How you doing, Princess Smiley Face? How's the YouTube videos going?
Victoria Rockwell says princess.
Princess.
Zenither producer says, why Zendaya in everything? Why? Simply why?
It's the classic DEI. Zendaya is gonna play Athena or something in Christopher Nolan's.
I am good. Watching when I can. Mostly when I work.
For a stomp attack.
Nice. How's the work going? Oh, is that how we're going through this?
Welcome Princess Smiley.
Smiley. Princess Smiley found us through the horrors of Resident Evil 0. Okay, this game is actually slightly improving now. We've got these moves and ting. Slightly. I still can't work out what R1 is actually supposed to do, but...
Princess Smiley Face says, great. Thank you everyone.
Oh shit. That was cool though.
I remember. Cause you told me about her love of We Free Hatter.
Oh yeah. What's this? What's this? Look, what's actually happening? I can only go straight now. What? Did I... What's going on? Okay, I can't move left or right. The game is broken. What the hell? It wants me to go down. I need this. No. What? What's it? What?
Oh, there's nothing to land on down there.
Bro, I actually can't go left and right. I think the game's broken. I don't know what's going on.
I can do this all day. Don't
I don't...
fall.
Oh, yeah, that was actually glitched out. I couldn't move left or right because the game is busted, y'all.
If you fall, I can save you.
Oh, I think it forces you to die, maybe? I'll get into it, everyone. Sonic Colors is a banger. Oh my god. Imagine if I start getting into games like this, we're gonna be 90 years old with the amount still playing games, with the amount of games like this there are out there. Shit, there's a lot of games to play, or there's a lot out there. I don't know, it still feels a little bit shy.
Zenithepredecessor says, anyway, I need to go get a few things done. Take care folks. Talk soon.
Good night, mate. Thanks for dropping by.
He says, I just want to tell you how I got this name. It was nicknamed from my uncle.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. I love that. Loving that. It's all Princess Smiley Face. You can't have a better nickname than that. Your uncle absolutely knocked it out of the park with that one. That's not what I'm supposed to do. I keep doing the wrong damn thing. I really want to... This game's actually not too bad, mate. The first bit was just dreadful. Oh, no. I feel bad for cussing the game.
Chris Campbell says, the disrespect for physics in this game is second to none. Victoria Rockwell says L8RS Xeno, good seeing you. Princess Smiley Face says, have a good one Xeno.
How do I get that magical turquoise madness? Oh look, what's that? So this is, they are kind of, I think they must have tried to make this like a Mario game, surely. Oh, that gives me that juice. What? Oh, that's what it is. Okay, wait, we going back to use this, y'all? Or not? No, we're not. What's this? Ah. Platform games.
Victoria Rockwell says Chris.
I'm not sure how I feel about this double jumping, bruh. You can still jump around. That's actually quite cool, they let you do that. Look, there's things you can get. See? Oh, no, it's just... Ah, yes, no. Mama, let me have. I gotta cook some food. I've got to do it.
Chris Campbell says, well, it's 7 AM here. Time to sleep. Have fun.
Chris, you're a madman. You're an absolute madman. Right. I'm going to cook some food, and I won't bore you to death with that.
Well says, okay. Nap time for me. I'll be back in a bit if you're still playing. See you soon all.
We've had 69 views, the perfect number to finish on. Yeah, it's been good fun, everyone.
Princess Smiley Face says, bye Chris.
Sorry to leave so soon, Princess Smiley Face. We'll be back tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. God bless all of you. I hope you have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are in the world. Thanks so much once again. Thanks for making my birthday extra special. See you a lot later, yeah? Cheers.
Princess Smiley Face says, bye everyone. Radio Jim says, it's Joe.